What up? Can y'all feel America getting better and better every day now, guys? Woo.
Mhm. No, I'm sorry to say I don't have that special feelings.
I saw your
Some,
boy just tucked over another
Ah,
billion to his masters over in Israel.
no,
Somebody,
cry about it. Go cry about
somebody,
it.
somebody just said, "Give it a couple years."
Go kiss that wall, baby boy.
Start
Yeah, okay.
collapse.
We'll see how it goes. We're just loving it for right now. We're so glad that they stopped like funding drag queen story hours in Peru though. It's a win.
But yo, Issa, one
How do you
thing
feel
though that
about
Trump, real quick, dude. One thing that Trump did is sign some laws into place, basically punishing anti-Semitism, dude. And you can even get exported for anti-Semitism because it's
Yeah,
like
no.
considered
If you,
like,
no. Hold on. If you're not a U.S. citizen,
here comes the coping. Go ahead.
hey, no, it's no coping. It's if you're not a U.S. citizen, then you can't be against American politics. As an American, you can fucking say whatever the hell you want. It's if you're gonna come here on a student visa, go to NYU, and like you know what I mean. Like, dude, it's what it is, bro. It's like you can't go actively against the government and be someone who's undocumented. Like, that's what I think. That's what that's about. It's not about U.S. citizens.
That's retarded.
I mean, either way, I
No, it's
mean,
like hold
why
on.
even bring it up, dude? Just
Hold
export.
on.
Well,
Then
that
I
that
then I
seems a
here
lot of
legally to
coke.
begin with. It's a little redundant, right?
Yeah,
Don't
hold
you
on.
think?
And also this, here's the other thing. I'll add this if you want to like argue about it. Is like, yo, dude, like if like look at these people, I think it's down in Cali. They're running around with all the Mexican flags and stopping traffic and stomping on shit. It's like, dude, if you're gonna fly another flag in America, like, why the fuck are you here? Like
Absolutely. Fuck
go
free
back to
speech.
wherever the fuck you're from and support that cause. Like go bring your resources to that country and help your country out. Like, you know what I mean? And fucking be pro, like I'm not going to be mad at somebody who's pro wherever the fuck they're from. But if you're going to be over, it's
Well
like coming to
said.
my house and being like, your house sucks. You don't have a fucking flat screen TV. Oh, your house stinks because you don't have fucking four wheelers and you don't have. It's like, then fucking leave, asshole.
Wait, I
Absolutely.
can't
Plus,
fly
it's
a
for
Florida
you
flag?
don't need it anymore.
What is it?
We never needed the First Amendment anyway. Fuck it.
Well, no, that's the point. Is like, I mean, if you're an American citizen, then fucking,
Yeah, who needs
then
that pesky free
you
speech?
can critique. No. If you're an American citizen, you can
Yeah, get it the
critique.
fuck out of there.
Huh?
Get it the fuck out of there. We never needed it. Good
What's
riddance.
that? Never needed
Free
what?
speech.
I mean, only if you're. I mean, I guess if you don't have anything original to say, like yourself, I don't know. I guess you don't.
Uh,
I don't know what you mean by they're not allowed to fly a
I'm
flag.
not surprised. You
That's
wouldn't
free
come up with
speech.
anything controversial to say anyway.
Why is something controversial necessarily smart?
No, that's why you have freedom of speech. If you're so fucking smart, why don't you know that?
I do know that. It's the speech you don't like that needs to be protected, like people making fun of you not having a flat screen TV. But you want to get rid of them?
No. I just want the equal right to point out how fucking like your parents failed because you would be so bold as to come to my house and bitch about my TV. It would show your lack of upbringing, and I want to be able to make sure I have the right to fucking tell it to your face.
You do have that right.
That's
Protected under the
right.
First fucking
I know. I
Amendment.
get it, and I can and I can critique Israel all I want because I'm a U.S. citizen. So it's like if you're gonna come
Sure.
here from fucking Syria and live at NYU and then go protest and try to organize a bunch of fucking retarded white liberals, then that's
And you
not
should
permitted.
protect
That's
that
what he's
too.
saying.
Why is that not permitted? That's still free
Because you're
speech.
not a fucking U.S. citizen. It's a privilege to be here. Like, shut the fuck up and go get your degree.
If you're not permitted to be here, you should be deported anyway. If you are permitted to be here on whatever visa, you're protected under the Constitution.
No, you're if you have a visa and you go to like another country and you violate their laws, they can kick you out.
If you violate their laws,
Yeah, and so that's why he made it a fucking law saying, hey, you can't just come here from another country and talk shit all the time and go protest in the street. You know, if you make
but
a
that's a
fucking
law that
Facebook
applies
post,
to all the citizens.
right to
Did you call
citizens,
us
if you're from
concerned
another
civics class?
country, you're not a
The,
citizen of the United States. That's what I think that
I'm
law is
not
about
following
anyway. I'm
your
not going
own
to nitpick
argument.
it. I personally
Yeah.
don't give a shit.
The odd conundrum
Not following
is
your own
you
argument.
want to have the right to be able to make fun of people that are supporting Israel, yet you come in here bragging about a president that's supporting Israel. So it's just really weird.
No, what we're talking about is just don't conflate the issues. We're talking about, he brought up the idea that, or somebody said that you can't critique Israel or else you're going to get kicked out or arrested or something. And I was saying that's not true if you're an American citizen. If you're if you're a foreigner and you're here and you're actively criticizing, I think that's what the legislation's about. It's just about not coming here trying to create a riot, you know what I mean? Because of some shit that the politics of the United States is involved with. If you don't agree with those politics, you're happy to fucking get a plane home.
I
Creating a
get it.
riot
Like
is already illegal.
if you're here on a visa temporarily going to school, doing some work, and you want to be political and talk shit about Israel, then you're getting exported. That's
Right, it's a
basically
privilege
it.
to be here.
Did you
You
read
know,
the
that's all it
legislation?
is. Oh, I guarantee, like, you know, it makes sense. Like, there's no, like, it's not something that's, like, too outlandish. Because I just don't see that
Because no
coming from
one
our party.
questions
That
it.
was the other party's job. That's what you guys were doing. What the other team was doing was trying to get everyone to be forced into submission, like take vaccines, accept that some guy named Jim wants to be called Cindy now, and just fucking bow down. And now we're not fucking having it, and it's fucking awesome, dude. Everything's gonna be more common sense. But there's gonna be a bunch of people. Thank God we won, because your fucking opinions don't matter. That's the point. We're sick of it.
Tariffing your allies is common sense.
Nigga,
Look
how
at
about this?
Mexico.
Mexico and fucking Canada just folded. China is quiet.
What?
Who's we?
All right. What?
You
What do
said
you mean
we're
Mexico and Canada folded? Trump folded.
you said we're
Trump
sick of
retracted
it.
both
Who's
of those.
we?
Me and the frog in my fucking pocket. What's wrong with that? Me and fucking everybody that voted for Donald Trump. Yeah. That's what I would think. I would think the general consensus of like every fucking, you know, red-blooded American has had enough of the shit, and we're happy to see Trump caring about his own citizenry. I know you guys are used to getting fucking, you know, like
Sorry,
they've been
what?
fleecing us, bro.
Seriously?
They did it. They literally had a $7 million project to see if they could make fucking sunglasses for ducks. I swear to God.
Trump is the worst thing for his own country.
Well, you
His
know,
own
we
party
won,
is.
so cry about it. I don't care.
I'm not the one crying. You guys are going to be crying.
No, I just said that the world feels a little bit lighter, and you guys came and said, "No, it doesn't for me."
I don't give a shit. I'm not
I
even.
said that, but
You
I
guys
didn't
are gonna.
say it like that. You
I'm
ain't
just
got to get
joking,
it
bro.
all fucking,
Come on, man.
all fucking.
I'm shoot it.
That's what he does.
I mean, I hear you. I hear you giving shit to the liberal over there, but damn, you damn got me while you at it.
Sorry,
Who's a
man.
liberal?
It's all covers, man. I'm just happy I think it's cool that it's fucking going down. I think it's like I was over at Jim's yesterday, so I'm just real touchy when it comes to like all the fucking lefty, you know, the cry Olympics. You know, like
I'm a
every issue
liberal.
is just a fucking shedding tears. You know what I mean? It's just hilarious. You know, worried about fucking like drag queen story hour in Peru and shit. Like, no, the children.
Tell us about the sunglasses for ducks.
I think so.
Dude, look
that's
it
what
up.
got him
Yo, look
fired
it
up.
up, bro. They literally had a program. It was like $7 million to fucking see if they could make fucking sunglasses for ducks.
How are they gonna
$1,200
How are they gonna keep it?
paper cups, bro. $1,200 paper cups. Doge is killing them. And then fucking they are all it's crazy because they could have just conceded to some of the audience, but instead of doing that, they're just gonna revamp and get rid of the whole fucking U.S. aid program because the guys who were at the top of it didn't want to give them, like, they obstructed their audit, so they all got fired, and that's why USAID is getting dismantled. And he's going to get rid of the Department of Education.
Isa,
Fuck
without like just like bulldozing and like ad nauseum saying it, where in this bill is there anything to do with your immigration status or whether you're a citizen or not?
I think it's
about
like
what?
the anti-Semitism like bill that he signed, the executive order. Where does it have
Yeah.
anything to do with being a citizen or not?
Well, if you're a citizen of the United States, you're protected under the First Amendment. If you're not a citizen, and that's from what I've gathered, that's what this is directed towards. It's against.
Incorrect.
It's not,
University professors have been getting fired. They've been getting fired since Donald Trump's first reign, right? So where in this bill does it say, except if you're a citizen of the U.S. states or anything like that? I'll post the bill for
well,
you.
read the bill. I mean, read the bill. Where does it say that
It's your
that it is
argument.
U.S.
You read the bill and you tell me where it says what you're
No,
saying.
it's not my argument. Actually, bring it to my attention. Go for it. I'm fucking. I
That's
call you
your
bullshit. You
argument.
guys brought
Your
it up.
argument is that U.S. citizens are protected from these anti-Semitism measures. So where does it say that?
In the
It's a
fucking
short bill.
Constitution.
It's not that long. You can read it.
Yeah,
It's
I
like
don't care.
2
So
pages.
go find your. Hey, dude, I don't care. Go find your point of preference if you're pissed off about it. I don't give a
I'm not
shit.
pissed off
Actually,
about it. Just don't fucking lie to people. Don't
I'm not
lie.
lying. Show me. No. That's what. From what I've gathered, that's what it's about. Prove me wrong. I don't give a shit to prove it to you.
I brought it up, dude, but I didn't read the bill. I only skimmed like the first page of it, dude, and I that's why I'm not familiar with what he's saying.
Yo,
But it
Lion,
makes
check that
sense
out
what he's
for.
saying.
Literally a page and a half. It's not
Yeah,
even
it's
that
a
long.
page and a half. It's your argument. Why don't you just explain where your argument comes from? Or did you just hear it on like some news agency?
I think I probably just heard it.
Fox.
So what?
Fox specifically.
Yeah, it's probably
Yeah,
just
probably
Fox
Fox
News. You're
News.
repeating
Probably
Fox
somebody
News
totally
talking
biased. So
points
what?
like it's some profound thing you have. Doesn't say
So,
anything like
so
that.
what?
You just
And
it's just limiting how much people can say about Jews. It has nothing to do with your immigration status. It's just some bullshit. You just lied.
Wow. So
I
bro,
don't give a
if this
shit.
is true, bro, you gotta admit that's pretty alarming.
Hey,
Issa.
a lie doesn't just mean incorrect info. Lie is intentionally giving incorrect info. So unless you know he's intentionally trying to deceive the room, you can't claim he's lying. Even if he's wrong,
He's trying to persuade us to the view of Trump.
So
Is
if
your
it doesn't
intention.
say anything about immigration status, he either made it up or he believed some news agency, which, I mean, in the truth community, what, we're going to believe what Fox News or CNN has to say?
Yeah, I'll tell you what I'll do,
Sure.
man. Is I'm gonna go read. I haven't even read the thing, but that's from kind of what I've
Page and a
garnered.
half, not that
Got it?
long. See you
Hey,
then.
no. I'll
So-
check it out for you. I'll check it out
Yeah,
for you because I
it's
know you
5
guys
minutes.
don't
Page and a
understand
half. See you then.
legalese.
All right,
No,
sounds
you
good.
get.
What
I'll
happened?
check out the legal language of it.
Yo,
Can you
real quick, real
post
quick
it
though,
in the
because
chat for me?
he did mention
Yeah, I just
like
read it.
dismantling the whole hate speech, like getting rid of hate speech, but yet he allows this. Come on, man.
By the way, it says in there it's
Where's
not
the
legally
bill?
binding.
What's
in the text.
the what's the topic? What happened?
Yeah, where's the bill that you're talking about that said this? Can you put it in the chat and I'll
On the
read it
live
and see
stream.
what it says?
We
This
already
Lion
put
brought
it.
it up. I didn't bring it up, dude. You guys are over there crying
What
about
bill?
Trump all day. I don't know which one. I never know which direction you guys are going to be in tears about.
No one's in tears, man.
Malcolm, that
I don't know. You sound a little upset, dog. You're like, you're lying. You sound really affected, bro.
You're the
Relax.
one hoping.
I'm
Yeah,
not.
I mean, you're the
Listen,
one who's
No, I didn't bring it
triggered.
up.
I'm just saying that if it doesn't say what you said it says, then you're
All right,
lying.
where's the link? And I'll see if I can find where the language shows me that it's what I mean. Because the first fucking amendment says I can say whatever the fuck I want. So, and I'm pretty sure Trump's into the Constitution. So, I don't know, man. I'd have to see what it's about.
Trump, what?
yeah,
the
that's what I'm saying.
Constitution?
Like, he's all about freedom of speech, and he was talking against hate speech, right? That we shouldn't. This whole idea with hate speech circumventing the First Amendment, but yeah, he passes this anti-Semitism bill, dude. To me, it's
Trump has no
hypocritical.
problem.
No,
I
shalom,
don't
bitches.
I don't even keep track of this shit, bro. I really don't. But there's people I follow on YouTube that talk about current events and foreign affairs and stuff like that. And he brought it up like a couple days ago, the whole anti-Semitism
Just
bill.
keep in mind that Trump has no problem signing away the Constitution by executive order. He's perfectly happy doing that.
Lion, your mic's got a lot of background noise.
Okay, is that the link in the chat?
That's the WhiteHouse.gov argument from January 30th, 2025, which links the anti-Semitism bill, which was proposed, I guess, in 2019, and he just signed it.
Kiss the wall, baby boy.
But if the Bible claims that you're only Jewish if your father was Jewish, and then they claim that your mother is Jewish, are they really Jewish? You know what I mean? Like, is it still the same thing?
I think there's a difference between being a Jew, Jewish, right?
Well, yeah, I mean, a lot of times I've even said it that from the tribe of Judah is a Jew, but Paul called himself a Jew, and he was from the tribe of Benjamin. So
All right, okay, let's get into it, boys. All right, so let me pull up the. I have to
Yeah,
take a
it's just
snapshot
the
of it.
thing is, yeah, bro, I just
Yeah,
read
let
it.
me
I
get
just
into
think
it. Let
it's
me get into it.
completely different. Go ahead.
Okay, so what do you call it? This is what's interesting. So, in considering the materials described in subsection AI and AI2 of this section, agencies shall not diminish or infringe upon any right protected under federal law or under the First Amendment. As with other Title IV, or is that 6? Violations or complaints, the inquiry into whether a particular act constitutes discrimination prohibited by Title. Is that 6? I fucking hate with Roman numerals, right? VI, would there be 6, right? Or is it 4? I forget. Will require
6.
a
If the
6, right?
if
Yeah.
the eyes,
Okay.
yeah, if the eyes
6.
before,
Yeah.
then it's
Okay. So
different.
will require a detailed analysis of the allegations. Additional authorities prohibiting anti-Semitic discrimination within 120 days of the date of this order. The head of such each agency charged with enforcing Title VI shall submit a report to the President through the Assistant Director of Domestic Policy, identifying additional non-discriminating authorities within its enforcement. So first off, you still have Title I or Title or First Amendment rights, and it sets out the rules that one would bring the case. So nothing in this order shall be constructed to alter the evidentiary requirements pursuant to such to which agency makes its determination that conduct, including harassment, amounts to actionable discrimination or to diminish or infringe upon the rights of protected under any provision of law. It's just, I think this is what more to do with the colleges and the idea that if you're gonna be, because it says it starts off, you know what I mean? Like it's like ordered as follows. Section 1, my administration committed to combating the rise of anti-Semitism and anti-Semitism incidents in the United States and around the world. Anti-Semitic incidents have increased in 2018. Students in particular continue to face anti-Semitic harassment in school, on university and colleges campuses. So I think this is more about colleges. So it says like prohibits discrimination on basis of race, color, national origin, and programs and activities receiving federal financial assistance. So if you come under the purview of their financial assistance, then and you start making anti-Semitic shit, then you're gonna get fucking booted. Is probably what it is. So if you're at schools, this seems like exclusively about schools and anything that's under the funding of the federal government.
Yeah, you mean like people protesting the Israel-Palestine conflict on college campuses and not
Right.
illegal immigrants like
No,
you're
Right. And
like
if you're
but
saying?
being
but actually, in the bottom, it tells you, I will issue clear orders to my attorney general to aggressively prosecute terrorist threats, arson, vandalism, and violence against American Jews.
So it's more based on like a college campus oriented thing, and it's trying to say, hey, look, you guys get federal funding. If you continue to allow this shit to happen, because honestly, like after there's been a lot of incidents where nobody gets arrested. Like college campuses are noted for that. You know what I mean? Like hiding fucking lefties and shit. Like, and I know because I was like, I was into that shit early on. You know what I mean? Like I lived in New York, and I fucking thought there was going to be a revolution when we were going into Iraq, and everyone hated the fucking Republicans. But then you come around, and this is the first time why it's so interesting with Trump,
Well, like,
is that
to your main point though, college campuses are definitely places where liberals hang out. Definitely a lot of liberal professors, more than not. It's like 90% of the professors are liberals. definitely a lot of where protests happen. And this doesn't have anything to do with if you're an illegal immigrant or not. It has to do with if you can protest on college campuses.
Yeah, and if you get federal, if
That's
if that government, if they get federal services, then they're going to get in trouble, and they're putting down a requirement that hey, or just private, fund yourself privately. We don't
Okay,
have to
so what
give
you
you money.
originally said was wrong, and I'm not triggered, but what you originally said was incorrect.
Well,
I'm not even
it's to
seeing
do with
that part.
people. No, it's not. It's actually inclusionary to what I was talking to. This point is the idea that, especially if you're coming as with a visa, because this is how I had heard it, was that you've got foreign visa people, coming into these college campuses, then creating a shit stir and getting protected by the college, and the federal government's like, hey, if you continue to do that, well, this is a problem because we give you money. That's
Yeah,
all
you're
that this
shifting
is.
the goalposts. Originally, you said
No,
that
I'm
this
not.
was
You
just
are.
no, I'm not. Originally, you said that this is you shouldn't be worried about this unless you're an illegal immigrant and you're not protected by the
You know what, dude? How
Constitution.
about this? I don't give a shit. I'll concede. Sure, whatever. I don't care. Sure. I didn't bring up the bill. I didn't bring it up. I didn't fucking. It wasn't on my purview. I didn't read the thing. I had heard that it was more about the immigration shit. I was wrong. Forgive me. But it
I
still doesn't
mean,
fucking scare me. Are you? I tell you this. After reading it and going through what we just went through, are you more concerned about the bill or less concerned about the bill?
I'm not concerned about it at all. I criticize the Jews all day long.
Okay then. I mean, good for you. I don't know what to say. Good. Are we proud of that? I don't fucking know.
I'm not even seeing the school thing though in this.
Look in the first section. It talks about how it's like universities. It seems like it's directed at colleges who receive federal funding.
Yeah, it's talking about how there's been a rise on campuses, but it's nothing about the actual execution of these orders says anything about targeting schools or campuses.
It implies students in the early part of the section. I just think, and then it talks about the financial aid that they receive. So I think, and it's in the first subsection. So it's like, or the first, that's what this is about. I'm not scared of it. Are you guys scared of this bill? I don't know. Is that what it was brought to my attention? Like everyone was like, "Oh my god, we can't say the Jews are bad anymore. We're all gonna get thrown into Gitmo." Oh god, like that's what it sounded like initially. So I don't know. We moved away from that position now.
That wasn't my position. You just strawmanned everyone's. No one said that.
I don't know. Lion came in pretty
Who had
hot,
that position?
and it's and you came in pretty
Was
like
interesting.
right to his offense, like over here white knighting for fucking.
What happened? I missed it.
Oh no,
So
you
what's
brought
the
up
bill
the
say? You
bill,
read
and
it?
I'm just talking
Yeah.
about
Is it? It's about anti-Semitism, right? Hate
right, but it's not. Did you hear what we just said about it all? We just read through it. It's
Nah,
like,
dude.
where
I was
the
having.
fuck were you?
So give me the moral of the story, bro.
The moral of the story is I lied, right? That's what the other homeboy would say right now. But no, the fucking the bill is
You
just
really
about colleges who receive like financial aid. Like these institutions that receive financial aid, and I I assumed, and I think I'm pretty fucking right, is that it's because like it was these visas, these kids coming over with visas trying to stir up fucking anti. Why
It's not
wouldn't
even
foreign?
because it says
I
it
don't
on the
think you're
third
right about that.
paragraph, dude. It says it on the third paragraph. Immediate action will be taken by the Department of Justice to protect law and order, quell pro-Hamas vandalism and intimidation, and investigate and punish anti-Jew racism in leftist, anti-American college and universities.
That
Where is
sounds
that?
fine to me. That sounds fine. I didn't read the whole bill, dude.
Yeah, and then at the bottom, it says aggressive. Because it has another point where President Trump keeps his promises and builds on his success. Da 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 da. And it says at the bottom, aggressively enforce the law, protect public order, and prosecute anti-Semitic crimes. I will issue clear order to my Attorney General to aggressively prosecute terrorist threats, arson, vandalism, and violence against American Jews. And it says
I just don't.
Sounds good to me.
What are you reading?
People disagree with that?
Hold on. It's a little confusing because isn't that already like protective rights, right? Like
yeah,
you shouldn't be attacking other people because of their race, creed, or whatever. But at the same time, you shouldn't be violently protesting. It's all about the Constitution protects full. So that's already in the work. Like that's already in the document. Why?
But when Biden was here, dude. But what happened is that when Biden was here, they were freaking protests of the pro Hamas, anti Jew, and when they were trying to go into college, they were getting in front of them. They won't let them in. We can start like pretty much like
Wait,
just
hold on.
not interfering. Yeah, they
You
were getting on their
guys
face.
Are you
know
guys reading from
what
the
it
White House
means?
press
Oh, go ahead,
release?
Mike.
You guys are reading from the White House press release. I was reading from the actual executive order. Like
Yeah,
none of
I
that stuff
linked
is
the
in there.
press release which talks about the order. I posted both. But do you guys know what the definition of anti-Semitism is in this order? It's by the IHRA, the International Holocaust Remembrance Alliance. Do you know how they define anti-Semitism? Calling for, aiding, or justifying the killing or harming of Jews in the name of radical ideology. Yeah, sure, that's bad. Making mention, dehumanizing, demonizing, or stereotypical allegations about Jews as such, or the power of Jews as a collective, such as, especially but not exclusive to, the myth about a world Jewish conspiracy of Jews controlling the media, economy, government, other societal institutions. Accusing Jews of being responsible for real or imagined wrongdoing committed by a single Jewish person or group. This is all by the IHRA, the
That's us.
Holocaust Remembrance. That's what the White House uses to as their like idea of what anti-Semitism is. They go by the IHRA. So if you
Pizza,
guys
that's
look into
literally
the
us.
IHRA's definition of anti-Semitism, the White House says anything that's listed in the working definition of anti-Semitism by the IHRA, all of that's illegal according to the White House.
Well, also, so the actual executive order at the very bottom, it says this order is not intended to and does not create any right or benefit, substantive or procedural, enforceable at law or equity by any party against the United States, its departments, agencies, or entities, or its officers, employees, or agents, or any other person. I mean, it sounds like this thing doesn't really have any teeth.
So this law basically could be changed at any time because it's based on the non-legally binding working definition of anti-Semitism adopted by the IHRA. Meaning, if the IHRA, this Holocaust Remembrance Group, if they change their definition of anti-Semitism and make it more stringent, this law changes. That's what this law
Yeah,
says.
you know
Hey,
what's
just real
way
quick.
more interesting to me? You know,
Just real quick. I'm trying to catch up. Are we talking about a law or an executive order?
Executive order.
Executive order. It's fan service for the Trump cult. That's all it is.
oh yeah, we're loving it.
Yeah.
I got the fucking horn. I got my horn in my pocket. You want to play the fucking Yankadoodle Dandy?
Yeah, you started immediately defending it before you knew
All right. Yeah, I
anything
did.
whatsoever
So
about
what?
it.
We can do
Yeah,
about
so
it.
this executive order completely changes if the IHR. Do you guys know what the IHR is? It's the
Yo, you know what's
Holocaust
even
Remembrance
scarier,
thing.
dude? Yo, you want to know? You want it, bro?
It's
You want to know
run
what's even
by
scarier?
it's
Okay,
run
go
by
ahead.
Israel. The IHRA is run by Israel, which means that Israel can change our executive order at any time because this executive order is based on the working definition of the IHRA. So if the IHRA says, "Oh, anti-Semitism means this now," this executive order changes.
Yo, you want to know what's even
That
scarier,
it's run
dude?
by Israel. That's
Yeah,
Yeah,
anti-Semitic.
you know what's even.
exactly. So this
You want
this
to, dude?
executive order is an
Dude, you're
Israeli
new,
executive order, and we're
bro.
doing
You know
it for
what's even
Israel. We love
scarier,
Israel, right, Isa?
dude? You know what's even scarier? You want to know what's really scary, dude? That I've been talking about for years. That's even worse than what you're talking about. Do you know what the definition of human being is? Do you know what it is?
Yeah, I'm aware.
What is it?
Don't care.
But
I
you're
don't
all
want to
wrapped up.
change. I don't
You're
want
all
to
wrapped
change
up.
the
Oh, you know,
topic.
hold on. No. Because you want to be fucking like, I get it. You're new. You just found out about
Isn't
the
it just
Jews.
Homo sapiens sapiens?
Hold on, guys. I know. Go cry harder. The fucking dude. You're new.
Don't
And the
troll
fucking thing
people and
about
then
the
act
Jew
like
shit.
you're
Hold on,
engaging them
dude.
in good faith, man.
Hold on. Well, I'm fucking telling you. You keep like overrunning me as though I'm
You're
like some
done.
pro.
You're done.
No, don't
Look,
troll people. Say cry harder, get triggered harder, and then act like you want to engage
That's
them in
all he
good
has.
faith.
grow up. How about that? Fucking. So check it
Likewise,
out. So yo,
I'm
the
telling you
definition
to,
of.
if you're engaging in good faith, be good faith. That's it.
Dude, you're over here
What the
like
hell?
condemning me as a liar because I fucking came with an opinion about a piece you guys came up, dude. So who's fucking being whatever? You know what I mean? I'm just gonna match energy, dude. I'm sorry, I'm like that, and I'm a dick. So my point is this: is the definition of a fucking human being is a monster. How about when they change that definition? How about when they have to collateralize the debt, and you're so fucking dumb, you might think you are or aren't a United States citizen? What are you gonna do when someone comes up to you? And I want to know your answer. When someone fucking comes up to you wearing a UN fucking blue hat, and they say to you, "Are you a U.S. citizen?" What are you gonna say?
I'll have to look at Israel's definition of what a U.S. citizen is, then I'll know.
Then they'll just say get in the van and we'll figure it out for you. Then you'll be cool with that, right?
Why would I be cool? Why would anyone be cool with that?
You'd be cool with it because that's the party
So
enforcing
what
it
would
right
you?
now.
So what would you say when the guy
You're
in the blue
defending
helmet
it.
says? What would you say when the guy in the blue helmet says get in the fucking van? Are you a U.S. Are you a U.S. citizen? And if you are, get in the van. What are you gonna
No,
say?
How do
I'm a
you feel
soul.
about
I'm a
you were
soul in a
the
human body.
anti-bootlicker and now you're the mega bootlicker, man? How does that
Yeah.
feel?
No,
Bro.
Issa's
You're
gonna
new
say
here.
yes, Daddy. Put me in the van.
No.
Yeah, you want to
Forgive
go
me.
in the van.
You must be new here. You must be new here
How does it
because
feel
the
that
point
you're
is
like
that
the anti-establishment, anti-bootlicker, and now that's you? That's who you are now.
He has to be, and that's the funny part is they flip flopped the entire ideology of their
have
party
I ever
on the
flip
whole
flopped?
world within less than 4 years.
Yeah.
So now
Someone
he
step
has
up.
to
Hey,
completely
someone
go
who's been
back
here
on
for more than
Yo,
15
hold
everything
on,
minutes.
he's been.
hold on, bro. Like, yo, please, audio chaos.
Yo, I've never flip flopped. I've been consistent as a motherfucker since 2016. Ask anybody. Now, what I'm telling you is that fucking the way through, right? I mean, there's a lot of shit I could talk about for hours, but my point is, what's more terrifying to me than the Shalom Mafia is the idea that you're already collateral on a national debt, dude. So outside, you want to know how Israel's going to move against you? Because you can sit here and cry about fucking history in 109 countries, and I'm right here with you, dude. I used to walk around the Lower East Side with a wife beater that said "Death to Israel," like ready to fight people, dude. You don't even know me, dude. So what I'm trying to say is, I just think that if you understood more the finesse of their game, as in, i.e., first and foremost, learning what a human being is, especially referring to
I can look
Ballantyne's
more
Law.
into sovereign citizen stuff, but like you're gonna
Have I ever
say
said I'm a
that you're
sovereign
okay with
citizen?
Israel affecting our laws, but you used to wear a shirt that said "Death to Israel." Isn't that the
Have I
definition of
ever said that
flip-flopping?
I'm a sovereign citizen? I take offense to that.
Flip
Because
flop.
I
my
didn't
thing
say
is
you were a
like, no
sovereign
man.
citizen. I said I could look more into the sovereign citizen stuff.
No, sovereign citizenship is retarded, dude. That shit doesn't exist, actually. It's
All
a
right, so
fucking
you used to walk
oxymoron.
around with a wife beater that said "Death to Israel," and now you're okay with Israel affecting our executive orders.
I don't give a shit because I've learned a lot. That's what
Yeah,
happens
So
when
because
how
you're
is that
remember
new.
he
not
came in this
flip-flopping?
morning, life is
No,
great, and he feels how everything's been so much lighter.
that's right. It is. It's
Because
beautiful.
Israel's exerting more force on our country.
Yep.
Dude, it's like you guys
Flip
like
flop.
wake up and you're like, well,
You're not
there's
pro-America.
clouds
You're
in
pro-Israel.
Indonesia, so the world just sucks. There's no
Cognitive
clouds
flip
over.
flop.
It's like negative fucking. All I'm saying, dude, is first off, for number one, you don't live in the fucking Middle East. So number one, it's got none. I had to learn that. I don't live in the Middle East, so I'm not gonna get tied up in some fucking politics of some place I've never even been, as much as I've read about it.
Is this your explanation on why you flip flop now after denying the
It's not
flip flop?
flip flop, dude. It's about
I just want to make sure.
Have
Okay,
you?
I
Are
see.
you
If
familiar?
someone
Dude,
wears a shirt that says
you're
"Death
such a
to
lefty.
Israel"
You
and then
probably
someone is super pro-Israel, is that flip-flopping or what?
Yeah, bro, you're probably such a lefty. You've got "Think globally, act locally" on your fucking bumper sticker, and that's the point. Is you have to fucking think about international politics, and that's all interesting, well said and done. But you can really only do anything in your localized area.
All right,
So
I'm not a
to be
lefty.
worried
Always
about
been,
international, hold on, let me
always
explain.
been.
No, no, no.
Hang on, man. You can't just
Sure,
bulldoze over everybody. Not a
sure.
lefty. Always been conservative, right? But you said you used to wear shirts that say "Death to Israel," and now everything you say is pro-Israel.
When the fuck have I said anything pro-Israel right now?
You said this executive order is good. This executive order is Israeli.
What do you
So
what
it's
do you
about
got against Israel, Gally? They're our
What's
it's
best
that?
just
ally.
anti-Semitism. It just says anti-Semitism. And first
It,
off, it's like,
I
yo, dude,
highlighted how it was. Hang on, I highlighted how this executive order is based on the working definition of the IHRA, which is an Israeli corporation. So they can change their definition of anti-Semitism, and they can change this executive order. And you said that's
right? And
fine. Israel controlled.
yeah.
You said that's fine.
Yo, look, dude, let me explain. Like, let's try to look past the surface of this. Read between the lines, man. First off, they want you to fucking reveal how anti-Semitic you are, right? So they can fucking pinpoint you and know exactly who you are. And then second off, they want you not knowing about the definitions of human beings, so you're willing to go get a human rights declaration and all the rest of it. It's just, I'm just saying that they're baiting you into being upset about them. And they're also baiting you by trying to fight the fight against them. When in reality, that's actually just tactics for you to not act locally.
Would you
Because the
say
more
they're
you can act,
masters? Would you say they're masters at baiting?
I mean, yo, I tell you what, some of their critics might, okay?
They are
But,
master baiters, and Issa is in awe of their masturbating technique.
oh my God, it's
Dude,
the
you love
fucking.
Jews. It's all right. You love Israel. You love Jews. You love it
He's in
more than
awe.
When
Americans.
did I say that, dude? You know what I mean? Like, it's like, when did I fucking say that? Like, I'm just amazed at the fucking, like, you guys are, no wonder you guys are so confused. Fucking,
Ah, you're a
seriously.
cuck. You're a cuck for Israel.
That's for sure. I mean, you
Yo,
were
yo,
defending this bill
Are you
saying,
serious
"Oh, wait,
right
this
now?
bill's good.
yo, hold on, let
It's
me get in
not
real quick.
Trump's deportation
Are
policy."
you
I was going
serious
to
right
address
now?
that.
I'm
Yo,
That's
real
just
just
quick, just
like,
I
messing
want to
with
say
you.
two things. Real quick, I
Oh
just want to say
god.
two things. One thing is that when we bring up like sovereign citizenship, bro, it's an umbrella term. I understand that you're not a sovereign citizen, Ron, but that has become an umbrella term. Flat Earth title it doesn't have to be necessarily accurate. Second, dude, that bill describes us, conservatives. We are them. We are the anti-Semitic in that bill.
Oh, cool.
How can you support that bill is beyond me.
dude, I'm just not crying about it, is the point. I don't
Dude, and
care.
that bill is defined by the IHRA, right? And
So
Netanyahu
what,
said
dude?
flat Earth is anti-Semitic, right? So the IHRA could say that flat Earth is anti-Semitic, and that
No,
bill or that executive order says that anything anti-Semitic, you can lose funding, you can lose federal funding, you can be kicked out of your university. That's not pro-free speech.
yeah, I'm cool with that. I'm down for private shit, dog. Like, I don't want you. If you want to fucking
What?
critique, if you want to, how about this? If you're such a fucking sovereign citizen, then don't get a driver's license. Don't do all that shit. But it's gonna be tough getting around. You know what I mean? You don't need the government assistance. You don't need nothing from the government. Go fucking forage in the woods for some berries and don't use Federal Reserve notes. Like, I'm just saying, like, you're free to fucking do it. But like the point is with the federal funding, if you want something from the federal government, they're just saying, hey, you can't be doing this anti-Semitic shit. I don't know why you guys are like seeing it any other way. I mean, I understand the paranoia, but still, like, come on, man. There's no reason to cry about it. And I'm saying that it was I thought it was more to do with visas, but yeah, it makes sense to me that it would be anything federally funded. It's like me it's like me paying for your newspaper to spread propaganda about me. Why would I fucking do that? Why would the government's like, hey, you want to go do this? Fucking, that's not, that's against our policy and against our interests. So fucking, we're not going to fund you, and it might be criminal depending on how bad you go. That's
Yo,
completely logical to me. That's what I thought when you guys came up with it. Everything I've seen so far seems to be logical. The only thing that's a red short, kind of weird to me is the
Sorry, is
AI
this
shit, and
America
that's a whole other
or is
thing.
this Israel? I forgot where we're at.
It's Israel. We have
I mean, but you
executive
know what sucks?
orders
You
that
know what
Israel
sucks?
dictates.
You know what sucks? You guys are going to make flat earth an anti-Semitic fucking thing, and you're going to give them the label that you want because you're going to get so took by the first little bait that they gave you to draw you in to be called an anti-Semite so that they can ban you. That's how stupid you guys are.
it's called Hebrew
Is there
cosmology. How
anything?
could it be anti-Semitic? It's crazy. But Issa, you got to admit, every high has a come down. So we're just warning you. How high you gonna get on it?
I don't
Is
know,
there
man. I
anything you
think
think Trump
we've been
signed
getting
into
our asses
executive
kicked for
order
so
that you
long.
don't agree with?
No, we've been getting
Is
our
there
asses
anything
kicked
you
and
don't
giving
agree
money to
with that he did?
everybody. Oh my God. I'm saying I'm happy for America. You guys can cry about it, fucking be mad and sing about NASA, but it's fine. The world. These people need the globe. They need certain things. I think everything's gonna be getting better, man. I don't know how you
Hold on,
guys
you
see it
come
getting
in
better.
here and you
I'm
say
just being
stuff that's
curious.
wrong. We say you're wrong, and then you're proven wrong, and you say
Where am
we're
I wrong
crying
again?
about it.
Because I
What's
thought it was
going on,
about
man?
visas.
Hey guys, one at a time. Issa, you gotta
Yeah, I
let
don't know
people
why
finish
ICE
their
is
points,
talking
bro.
over me.
Yeah, you
I
gotta
just
let people
called it
finish
out.
their
Hold on.
points,
No.
dude.
You just
No,
called me a liar, and I clarified that
no. Hold
already.
on, bro. Hold on. You can't just fucking ramble and babble
Shut
on,
up,
dude. You
man.
gotta let
Just
people
shut up,
talk,
guys.
dude.
Seriously, shut the
No,
fuck
I'm
up.
not. No, dude, it
Who's
doesn't
this
work
guy,
like that.
Guardian Mod?
Yeah, I'm a mod
I
too,
don't
so
know.
chill.
I don't know.
I'm sorry, Dazzler. I'm
I just had
upset
a
with
quick question.
this bullshit.
I just have a quick question for Isa. Is there anything that Trump signed into executive order that you disagree with? Anything he's done as far as policy in general?
No.
Okay, you're in a cult.
What did you disagree
Okay.
with that he signed?
Yeah, so Isaac, you came in here, you said
Now hold
stuff that
on.
was
I
wrong.
asked
We proved
Manufacturing a question because he just asked Isa. So I'm asking Manufacturing, what do you disagree with in an executive order?
In as far as Trump is signed, revoking the birthright citizenship, for example. This one that we just went through, I don't think it's very meaningful, but I don't agree with it. There's a lot Trump has done, even in terms of policy, tariffing allies. How is that ever a good idea?
Wait, so
I
an
mean,
illegal
I don't think
alien
there's
comes
anything I
into
do agree with.
so an illegal alien comes into the U.S., has a baby, and therefore now she can't be deported because she had an anchor baby.
Who's she, the baby or the mother?
The mother.
The mother doesn't have birthright citizenship.
No, well, she has an anchor baby.
Yeah, the baby has citizenship because it was born on U.S. soil. There's ways around
Because
that. There's
she
other things you could have
illegally,
done, but not.
she illegally
No.
entered the
There are
U.S.
restrictions you can put.
Okay, now
I understand what
wait.
you said. I understand the example. I understand that's problematic. There's ways to address that without unwriting the Constitution. You don't have to go that far. There's plenty of countries that have birthright citizenship with restrictions.
So if you go to China and you have a baby there, now you're able to stay there without
I have no idea what the Chinese laws are. I don't live in China. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
I'm talking
I
about the
really
U.S.
wouldn't. I really don't want to emulate what China does either. They're not exactly
Regardless, let's
standard.
go to Japan. You have a baby in Japan. Now
Don't know what
you went
Japan
there
does.
illegally. You went there illegally. It's okay now that person could not be deported from there because now they have a baby there.
Maybe you didn't hear what I said earlier. I
I
said
understand
someone
that, but
coming over
any other
illegally. No, you
country
don't.
do that? Does any
Clearly
other
you
country
don't
do
because
that?
you're asking
Does
me a
any other
question that
country do
clearly
that?
shows-
Does any other country do this?
I don't know. I don't care.
Right. So then you guys
problem
have to
is
support.
the-
Then you're
No, I
gonna
don't.
have to
The
support
problem
your
is they're
taxes.
coming
Have
over
to support.
illegally is the problem.
What?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
What was your statement?
You're not listening. So talk.
No. What was your statement?
It's problematic that someone can come over illegally and have a kid, and that kid is de facto a U.S. citizen. But there's ways to address that isn't signing away the Constitution by fiat.
What other way
You
is
can
there
put restrictions.
that you what on?
Putting
What other
restrictions.
way? What other way is there to do that?
Putting restrictions on birthright citizenship by law. Signing a bill that goes through Congress like the normal procedure that we have in this country that makes that into a law.
Right?
Trump's
People,
only tool is
funny.
executive order.
It's funny when
yeah.
they want to act like you're crazy. They want to act like you're crazy for wanting our presidents and our legislature to follow the due process rather than a president just going, no, I think I'll make up law with this executive order.
God forbid.
That's not exactly how things
Is
are supposed to work.
is that his right as a
No,
president?
no,
I guess it is.
it's highly abusive, bro. This
No,
shit's getting out
it's
of
a
hand.
right of a president to do that. What the fuck?
Oh wow. Okay, how old are you?
Do you think it was right for Biden to
Going on this way? Do you know how long
Okay.
it's been that way? This abuse of
Do you
the
agree with
court system?
to the other guy? Do you agree with Biden pardoning his son?
No.
No, that's horrible.
Was it his
I also
right
don't
to
agree
do
with the
that?
Fauci pardon.
Okay, was it his right to do that?
Yeah, it was his right.
Okay.
That doesn't
He
mean
did
it's
it. He
good.
pardoned
That's
his
his
family.
point.
I mean, it's still his right as a president.
All right.
Do you agree with like the rampant drone strikes from Obama, Elbow?
Yeah.
Hey, yo, forgive me, yo, Dice
I
Flow, I
mean,
just want to
just I
apologize.
don't agree
big time.
doesn't mean we gave him that right to do it.
Now, yo, what they don't, yo, what it is that's the cool thing about Trump is that he's not like, at least from our perspective as Americans and voting and seeing how shit goes, You know, we voted for Trump so to get rid of people like Obama. Now I know you guys are going to come in and say, it's a triple Jew bluff, and you're just falling for the Illuminati tricks, blah blah blah. But the same thing is that this is the first time a president's been talking about not fucking having an income tax. I mean, this is everything conspiracy heads have been fighting for, and like no fluoride in water, vaccines discussion
Bro,
on the
I'm
table. I mean,
serious.
Yeah, it's
it's
all Trump. All
amazing what.
Trump's doing all that. Make Israel great again.
Yeah, whatever. Like, you know,
What?
I'm happy we're getting our victories. We're getting possibly a new 9/11 trial in Gitmo, the reporting from Catherine Herridge, the red dye #3 being banned by the FDA, the fucking vaccine schedule for kids getting revamped, the fucking our food getting better, bringing home American industry. If you're going to cry about the Jews, have you ever even been over there? Have you been to Israel or been to Palestine? Any
Of
one of
course
you
not.
guys?
They're anti-Jews, bro.
Haven't been to Paris either. Why are you getting so worked
I'm just
up,
saying,
dude?
no. I'm just saying, no. If you're so
You
fucking
are.
concerned,
You're getting worked up.
No, Ira, I have not been to Israel, Ira.
Yo, nobody can afford an air conditioner now because we brought that industry to Mexico and America. So now no one can afford it. So it's kind of crazy. I don't know. Sometimes that blows up in your face.
oh
There's
well.
going to be a lot more of that.
Yeah, we're here for it. If a bunch of people can't get their air conditioning order, but we can get our fucking country in order, and we get fentanyl off the street and fucking drag queens out of the fucking the libraries, then we're making progress, man. I'll
You're
take
not
it.
gonna be able to do that with uncomfortable people, man. You gotta be
What do
comfortable.
you know? I mean, no. I think
Glad you stopped caring about the price of eggs.
I mean, forgive me, but I mean, I just think like, yo, dude, we're like
What
so
if
many
they're Jewish
victories.
drag queens?
So many victories have been had with Trump in office right now for all of
Are you
us
going
who've
to be
been in.
allowed to protest against them if they're Jewish drag queens? You
That's
better not
You know,
say a
true.
thing about them.
I know for all you
That's true.
newbies.
And drag is a
Hey,
Talmudic protected
guys,
activity. They love drag
guys,
in the Talmud.
guys,
Hey,
we
Ira,
gotta go one
do you
at a
remember how
time,
like
dude.
you're like
Hey.
super?
You hear
What's
me
up?
talking? We gotta go one at a time, dude. Issa was right in the middle of his rant. I know he's a little long sometimes, but we gotta let him finish, dude. We can't just do that. It's chaos, bro. Come on.
Well, yeah, my
Issa,
question just
wrap it
being
up.
like, hey, if you haven't been there and you guys are so dead set against of like defending like or defending the Palestinian people, which, dude, like honestly, I've eaten with more Palestinians than maybe you have. I don't know, but like my thing is like, I'm familiar with the situation. All I know is that I'm from here. I'm from here. This is my shit. Like if I'm gonna get worried, and I really think getting too entrenched in these political discussions. Well, remember this, because cooperative federalism teaches so much. The federal government is strictly an international entity and a representative of the 50 states. It has no real kind of jurisdiction, if you will, in the states. Now, for those, the point is that you act locally. And so if they can get us, and I think that's what they did with the CIA, I think that's what MK Ultra was about in
Guys,
the
bro, let me
TV.
know when someone else can go.
Oh,
Like, I don't want to wait like
yeah, I
10
will when
minutes
I'm
each
done.
time.
When I stop speaking. So fucking
To have a back and forth.
forgive me. Yeah. Just real quick, and I'll make this point: is that you're being programmed to be worried about federal government problems, international affairs, while the world around you falls to shit. So you're
Says
fighting
the
this
guy who was
mystical
wearing a
Jewish
wife
figure
beater
and
with a
not fucking
death
handling your own
indictment.
business.
Now you're going to come in here and rant and try to preach to us, dude. Stop.
Yeah, you say that everyone else is triggered, but you're the most triggered about this. Also, you're doing exactly what you hate that libtards do, which is your virtue signaling. Like you're like, oh, this is
No.
gonna
What
be
I don't
better.
want.
All right, so no one else can go and be uninterrupted, but you can. All right, that's cool.
Yeah, welcome to the show. Yo, so fucking what I'm saying is that like
Nah,
you can't.
fuck that, bro.
This
I was
is
gonna be a dick.
retarded.
Eat
Also,
a
you
dick. I
can't
don't give a
do this,
fuck.
man. You can't like let him go for
Hey,
10
hold
minutes
on,
and then
guys. What's
someone else
going
goes
on
and
here,
gets
man? Come
interrupted.
on, dude. Let's
Nothing.
chill out
Just
here.
All I'm
Issa's
saying is
on
we
our
haven't
back.
been there, man.
I saw you got to chill out a bit, bro. Come on.
Fair enough.
I mean, we get what you're saying, though, bro. You know, it's bad to get so entrenched that you wear wife beaters that say death to Israel. Don't be like Issa. We got it.
That's right. That's right. But you know what I mean? And that's where it's like, you can get lost in the sauce trying to argue for a case that's got nothing to do with your own reality.
Right.
And
You
that's
could
what I'm trying to
start
say.
saying that this bill is only for illegal immigrants criticizing Jews. Then you find out that this bill is an executive order that Israel dictates against
Okay.
anti-Semitism.
Let's walk through that again, okay? Lion came in and said there's this anti-Semitic bill, and I said it's probably less serious than you think. In fact, what I've heard about it is that it's more directed towards people with visas who come to college campuses. Then we looked over the bill, and in the first fucking subsection, it says it's about about schools that take federal aid. So if you're not going to a school that takes federal aid and you're not marching in the fucking streets trying to chant death to Israel, you're probably fine, right?
It's not just about schools. You said it's just about getting federal aid for. It's not just about that.
Can you show me
Not
where it's
only
not
that,
about where it's
Israel
about
is
anywhere else then?
impeding. It says impeding, vandalizing, or hurting. I mean, pretty much anything that's against the law for any American or Jew or citizen or Hamas or anybody like that.
No, it says anti-Semitism is illegal and it goes by the working definition of anti-Semitism as dictated by the IHRA. Do you guys know what the working definition of anti-Semitism is by the IHRA? It's ever changing. So whatever the IHRA says anti-Semitism is, this bill says is illegal. This executive order says is illegal. The IHRA, as dictated per Israel, is what dictates this law. So they can just change their definition. It says working definition as by the IHRA, right? So if you look up the IHRA and their definition of anti-Semitism, I don't want to post it because I think that might be against Discord TOS, but if you look up what their definition is, they could just change it. And then this executive order changes. So, and I said, you said, oh, I said it's probably about this. No, you didn't. You definitively said that it was about this. You definitively said it's about illegal immigrants. Like, oh, example, if a guy from Mexico hangs a Mexican flag, that's fine, but I could tell him to leave.
Dude, you're over there arguing about a bill that you made up in your head.
What are you talking about? I posted the bill. I posted
You said
what
that they're
the
gonna
bill
hold on. You
says.
said that they're gonna change it. They'd have to change it if it was so severe, right?
I posted what it says. It says it's based on the non-legally binding working definition as laid out by the IHRA. So the IHRA changes what this bill considers anti-Semitism.
Yeah, I know, and you're talking in hypotheticals, bro. That's all.
No, I'm not. I'm talking in literals. This
they
bill
might change
says
the
it's
definition
based
of a
on the
word, but that's not a
working
hypothetical.
definition. Do you know what a working definition is? That means that if that definition changes, this executive order changes. Do you not understand that? What is a working
Do
definition?
you not understand that there's already a working definition?
Don't
and you're
avoid the question.
worried about something that's going to happen that you're making up in your head?
I'm not
Do you
worried
get
about
that?
anything. I'm just saying you were wrong and you're just misleading people. Whether or not you lied or not is different, but you're misleading
Are you serious?
people.
Dude, you're a crackhead, dude. Shut up, dude.
You're a crackhead is your retort. Nice, man.
Yeah, I don't
Guardian
give.
Dog,
Yeah,
by the
exactly.
way.
Dude. I'm so glad we won, and I'm so glad you can just fucking cry about it in Discord all day long, and nobody
Dude, I'm
gives
We're
a
gonna
fuck.
need a
you're able to
working
record
definition.
any type of meaningful conversation.
We're gonna need a working definition
Yeah,
for working definition.
You gave up on that when you started trying to like pigeonhole me into being a liar because I commented on what Lion said. You're a fucking piece of shit for it. That's all.
Now I definitely think you're a liar because you constantly try to avoid just saying, "Oh, I was
Well,
wrong."
thank God no one
You
gives a fuck
changed
what you
you
think,
changed your argument, so you did lie. Your original argument was this is definitely about this, and you're like, "Oh no, I said it was probably about this." You lied.
Bro, you're arguing for a hypothetical you made up in your head. Seriously. You're
To
like
be
It's a
talking
fair
about how they're
though,
going to
hypothetical.
wearing
change the
wide feet in
definition.
public,
You're going
especially
to
once it's
change the
printed
working
on the
definition. You're going to change the working like you're imagining that
That's
they're
a
going to
lie.
change the working definition. That's not a lie. That's what you just fucking
The
said.
IHRA does
They might
change the
change the
definition. They've
definition.
already changed it several times. So you're just lying.
Oh, that's so you did say that then, right?
Hey, where in the
So
bill
you're
does it
fucking
say that
Sabbath. So
it's
you're a
based on
fucking
the working
liar. So
definition of
you're a
that?
liar.
This is some weird shift
Can
in
you
the
tell me
goalposts,
where?
Steven. You
Nah,
were
welcome
wrong.
Hold
to the
Stop
on.
show,
being
bitch.
wrong.
I have a question. Where does it say the working definition that the word you just used? So I'm looking for that and I don't see that.
It's in section 2:1. I highlighted it. I posted it.
That's a pretty big deal, dude. That means it's a slippery slope.
Yeah, it means that
Yeah,
Israel
can
can
you
just
post
change
that?
their
Because I mean,
definition of
can
anti-Semitism,
you?
and this executive order
Because the
changes.
one I got
Yeah,
is
so
shall
woulda,
be in
coulda, shoulda,
policy.
and they're gonna get us in the end, dude. You guys are just pussies. That's all.
They do change the definition of anti-Semitism
Yeah,
constantly
but they
on the
didn't.
IHRA website. There's people that have
You're
been
making it
following
up.
this since
Why are you
2019 now.
lying, bro? You're lying about that, though. That sucks. See, and then you were lying
Can you
about,
post
oh,
the
I
bill
didn't say
again?
Okay,
that.
here's the
Instead of saying, dog,
IHRA
you're just full of
hang on,
shit.
no, don't say I'm lying and that
Hold
I'm
on.
gonna defend it.
Can you
Here's the
post?
here's the IHRA definition of anti-Semitism, which changes constantly.
Can you post the bill again, please? The
I
executive
thought you were
order.
looking at the bill and you said that it doesn't say
I
that.
went to the actual WhiteHouse.gov and I looked for the execution executive order, and I looked at section 2, and it's not there. So I'm wondering, what are you talking about?
Yeah, so here's the whitehouse.gov article which references this bill. This is the whitehouse.gov article from January 30th, 2025, which references this executive order, right? I'll post that. And then in section 2.1, I'm going to read it for you. It says, the ensuring robust enforcement of Title VI and identifying evidence of discrimination based on race, color, of national origin, all executive departments and agencies charged with enforcing this shall consider the following: the non-legally binding working definition of anti-Semitism adopted by the IHRA. So it says working definition. Do you know what a working definition is? Susceptible to change. So whatever the IHRA lays out is what this policy is.
Isn't this so obvious? Let's say I was going to go there in the same schools and start protesting the Ukraine war, right? Are we going to pass a bill that's called anti-Ukrainism or make up some word? Do you understand what I'm saying? This is like a targeted thing in your universities.
You
Like,
go straight.
the top free speech areas in your country, man. Isa, seriously, bro. This is not good.
If it was free speech, it'd be a different story.
As
Though,
a-
when they're impeding students from coming in and vandalizing, yeah, I don't think that's free speech, bro. I don't think that goes through speech. Free speech.
Sure, it's free speech, bro. Why? You have
What?
the right in your college, in
Impeding?
your university, to protest Zionism, to protest
Impeding somebody's travel?
apartheid,
Not
to
violently.
protest.
Hold on.
Impeding
violently.
somebody's travel? No.
Yeah, not
I didn't
violently.
say
But
to impede anybody's travel.
Well, that's what
it
they were
sounds like
doing.
but it doesn't sound like it's just that, dude. You're acting like that. Yeah, that's the extreme side of the bill.
No, you got stifled, bro. Your masters in Israel stifled your free speech and your freaking university. And you
You're
don't see
arguing.
that.
You guys
Come
are
on,
arguing from a
man.
hypothetical. Hold on. You guys are arguing from a hypothetical potential fucking whatever. It's not in the language isn't in the
That's
bill
the
as it stands.
definition of the executive order, dude. Verbatim.
Also, it
Yeah,
doesn't
they
just say
Doesn't do
physical
anything.
violence. It says
Everyone's gonna be fine.
rhetorical and physical manifestations of anti-Semitism. So rhetorical manifestation, like you could say stuff, right? This is anti-free speech, man.
Can you
Yo,
repeat
can
that
I get
again
in?
for those in the back?
Yeah, rhetorical and physical
Yeah,
manifestations
then
of
don't get federal
anti-Semitism.
funding. Then don't get federal funding.
All
Yo,
right,
wait,
Ira,
Ethan.
go kiss the wall in Israel, Ira.
Hey, Isa, you're
Right,
going
you
to
just
move
got
to
to
North
get
Korea
your
or
own
what, bro?
private funding. Don't ask the government
Isa,
for money,
you're moving
and then
to
you're
North
exempt
Korea
from
or
that
what,
bill.
bro?
It's funny though. It thing says the non-legal binding working definition of the anti-Semitism adopted on May 26, 2016. So it's talking about the one that was adopted on that date. So anything other than that, that's a change. It's not the 2016 one then.
Okay, what does working definition mean, Elbow?
Adopted on May
Yeah,
26,
so this-
2016 as an exact date to that.
It says non-legally binding working definition. Working means
Yeah,
susceptible
but you
to change.
you pause there. It's not what there's no period there.
Because my point is about the definition. You're acting like I'm
Yeah, well,
cherry picking. I'm not.
You're cherry picking, bro. Because it
No, no,
says
no.
the
That's not what
non-legal
cherry picking.
binding.
Don't interrupt me,
Okay,
man.
I'm
Don't.
talking the non-legal binding.
No, you
working def-
interrupted me. I was
Hold on,
talking
hold on,
first,
Yala.
man.
Come on, bro. Come on. Let him
Dude,
finish.
Dude, you
The
interrupted me. I
non-legal-
was talking first.
Or whoever
So,
interrupted.
non-legally binding working definition. Working means susceptible to change.
It's not a period there.
Stop interrupting me, man.
May I
I'm
get in
talking
here real
about
quick?
the specific word. Yeah, whatever, man. This is
No,
so
continue
fucking
because I was
annoying.
gonna go after you.
You're wrong, Elbow. You're wrong. You don't understand words.
The non-legal that
next.
you don't
Come
know.
on,
You
guys,
don't
I'm gonna
understand
start muting
sentences, bro.
people.
It
Hello?
says the non-legal binding working definition of anti-Semitism adopted on May 26, 2016.
Y'all,
Yeah,
listen,
I
you're
can.
splitting hairs trying to like lawyer a sentence, and it's the stupidest thing ever. If you pay attention to what this is,
Oh no, now it's
this
fucking.
isn't
Oh,
this
you're
isn't
just
a law.
splitting hairs. Oh,
Please,
now it's just splitting hairs.
Guardian mod, by the way. Isa is a guardian mod.
Okay, we're getting out of hand. I'm gonna start muting people. I swear to God, I'm gonna mute everybody.
If you look
Please,
at what this
one at a
is,
time.
if you
Yeah,
look at
just-
what this is an executive order for combating anti-Semitism. This is no different than an executive order for equal rights protection, where if they find out that, like, say you're a coach of a football team and you don't let a player play because he's Jewish, they can investigate and then cut federal funding to your football program until you replace that coach, right? Basically, that's the kind of power that this document has. This isn't a law, though. This isn't a legal document that can be used against you in a court of law. So it holds no legal sway over you as an individual, but it does hold sway over programs that receive federal funding. That's all it does.
All right, somebody else go now.
I was gonna ask Issa if is it possible for Trump to do good things and bad things, or no, he only does good things.
No, I already said my issue was I'm totally wary of the Trojan horse possibility, and what scares me is the AI thing. You know what I mean? Like I could see where this is and the medical AI, and if this got into the wrong hands, kind of a thing. I have enough. I can't get over the fact that we might get rid of fluoride. Vaccines are on the table. Like I've said for a long time, I'm not flat Earth isn't the hill to die on. For me, and obviously my experience of fighting for for Palestine is not the hill I'm ready to die on. But what I am willing to die on is medical tyranny. Like I don't want people to fucking tell me that I need to take something because of X, Y, or Z. And I think that's the only thing that scares me with some of what's coming, man.
You could move to my city. We don't got fluoride, bro.
Yeah, I mean, shoot, we don't have fluoride where I'm at. I use it well, but I'm just saying, the point being is that you at the same time, I'm happy that these discussions that honestly, the elders of the conspiracy world have been talking about forever. People older and better than me have fucking, these are issues that have been around for a long time. And I think the Israeli issue is an issue. I just also, and I would like the gentleman to take to heart, as much as we might disagree and go get back and forth on each other, what we don't want to do is get flat earth labeled as anti-Semitic. Because much like when I was early on in this and I used to have my flat earth court and I had Brenda on, and I had a lot of flat earthers that were mad at me because I didn't hit the low-hanging fruit of calling Brenda a fucking dude and going in that direction and being a dick. And I argued the merits of her case, and I even to this day I don't mind calling her a her if that's what she prefers. It doesn't bother me. But for me to have railed against it at that particular fucking moment would have been to give them the arsenal they needed to destroy my channel, man. And I was smart enough and diplomatic enough to know that I'm not going to cover that ground. I mean, I'm going to poke fun in every direction. I'm not going to self-censor. But I also understand there's diplomacy in this. There's that's why my argument with flat earthers is just because you found out that the earth might be flat and motionless and how beautiful and poetic and enriching that is and how scary and terrifying the potential, you know what I mean? Just as doesn't mean that the fucking black pope at the Vatican's gonna get arrested this afternoon. Like, this is going to take time, and it's a long thing, and I'm happy that we take the little wins that we get. And if we don't cherish our victories along the way, then we're going to be sad and miserable the whole way. And what I see in the conspiracy world is nobody's got morale. You know, everyone's like, oh, God, they're coming with the secret huge double, triple bluff, and you just can't fucking... And it's just like this failure. And I've always known in my life that failure is very common. Like, it's super common. Everybody fucking sucks. They fail. And if you want to be fucking good and you want to fucking win, then it takes a different kind of thing approach. So I'm saying, like, as part of, like, you know, people that are, I'm rooting for less government for all, you know what I mean? Even if you want to fucking hate me, I don't care. It's like, I just think, you know, we have American principles that are a shining example of how to do politics. And it sucks because we've been oppressed by a bunch of people like Obama and all these people that have been in AIPAC's fucking pockets. And you know, I think Trump is an example of us getting away from that for the first fucking time. If Dick Cheney and fucking George Bush went with Kamala, I mean, I'm fucking loving, you know what I mean? Like, my enemy's enemy is my friend, dude. Like, these people, like, I know people that died in fucking other countries because of oil, bro. Because of Dick Cheney and Halliburton and fucking all the rest of it. So I'm fucking taking our wins as we get them and being positive. I don't know, man. I don't care if anyone's a flat earther or not.
In the ADL.org, does the IHRA define undermine the free speech or prohibits criticism of Israel? The IHRA definition does not prohibit criticism of Israel. The text clearly states criticism of Israel similar to the level against any other country cannot be regarded as anti-Semitic. Moreover, it is important to note that some of the examples of anti-Semitism, including in the IHRA definition, particularly those related to Israel, are protected speech under the First Amendment of the U.S. Constitution. That means that the government may not prohibit such speech or abridge it, including by condition penalties upon its exercise or other benefits upon its suppression.
What are you reading from? Where?
Do you not find it funny that it's always like one country that gets special treatment and laws written? And how come there's only anti-Semitism? How come there's not anti-Germaicism or anti-Italiacism or anti-Irishism?
Yeah, because they got a powerful
Your
lobby.
country. Hold on, bro.
Well, it's because they're the most oppressed.
I'm not done. Do you not realize that your country has been usurped by one certain country? Now I'm done. Thank you.
Well, they were genocided. You realize that.
Well, it's a good job they weren't then. But I will say that if there were no anti-Semitism whatsoever, these people would make sure to put it in the world. Because that's how it works. They need to keep the reparations going.
That's not my question, Andy.
No, that's...
why is there one? Only one.
You need to know your history. You need to know who Theodore Herzl is. You need to know where they come from. In fact, biblical history. You need to know that there's people that call themselves Jews that aren't. And why they do this. Where it comes from. And if you know that...
Still not an answer.
You know about the synagogue of Satan, right?
The link I posted.
I'm just saying, if you know something about history, then the dots line up. And it makes sense.
Oh, they line up, but why to only one country? Why has only one country did that to the States? Still haven't given the answer. The correct answer is...
Because they're God's chosen
religion. That's the correct answer. Are we going to all talk over each other? Is this how it's going to go today? What is wrong with everybody today?
I think people
Spirit of Isaac came in, everyone got heated and tried, everyone's trying to get in when we're just getting bulldozed over, so, everyone's kind of quick to fire, right?
Is there a full moon or something?
Yeah, there's got to be something, because I barely speak more than 20, 30 seconds at a time, and I barely spoke. But anyways, let's calm down, guys. Come on, man.
Yeah, I think they're complaining about me, Montreal. That's all.
No, but seriously, why just one country? Why?
Yeah, because they're God's chosen people. No. Nah, man, we all know why, dude. I mean, really, you know what's interesting with Israel is it's just in a location that is great for trade. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like that's why it's sought after territory. It's literally where the East meets the West. Like, have you guys ever read Edward Said, The Question of Palestine? What's so fucked up, what they've done to that fucking land and what they did to those people is just fucking crazy, dude. They literally went in, mowed down villages, then went and got fucking sand from other parts of the fucking place and brought it over and buried those people in the sand. And then told these people from fucking Brooklyn that nobody'd ever inhabited this land and that nobody'd ever done anything in this land. It's insane. I highly recommend the book, The Question of Palestine. And then look up another book. It's called By Way of Deception. And it's a book about an Israeli Katska. You know what a Katska is? Do you guys know? Do you guys know what a Katska is or
No,
no?
sir, I don't.
Okay,
Negative. Tell
Katska,
us.
what is it?
No, I said negative. Tell us.
Okay, a Katska is a Mossad agent. It's what they call them. They're called Katskas, right? And so this guy taught, and he had to go and he had to train all these CIA agents, and he fucking has to teach all these newbies that, like, you know, crazy stats, like, you know, shit, just crazy shit that you would learn. And this book is called By Way of Deception. The craziest part about it, bro, is I gave it to a Jewish friend of mine and never got it back. Fucking, but it's written by like this ex-Israeli or one of these ex-agents from Mossad, and it's a great book. It's called By Way of Deception because the Israeli motto of the Mossad is by way of deception thou shalt make war. So like when you bite and you start calling all the shit out, which is totally worthy of being called out, you're playing into their hand. I didn't realize it. I didn't know. I was all fucking gung-ho liberal, fucking, scream and shout about all the wrongs in the world. I mean, I remember, who even knows about the Houthis and the Tutsis in Africa and the UN going in and fucking, they take this footage of this village. I remember rallying about this in the fucking 90s and there was a radio host. Dude, there's legends of freedom fighters out there. Like radio hosts that sat in the fucking jungles, had ham radios and fucking dispatched all the information about telling people not to take vaccines in the 90s. And this one dude, I forget his name, but he got fucking killed. You know what I mean? Because he was going against the fucking vaccine move of the Bill Gates and all the foundations that were coming in the 90s. It's wild, man. Like, and they are all about divide and rule. And that's why it's like, as much of a dick as I am, I really hold true to the idea that if they're about divide and rule, our goal has to be to unite. Unite and organize. I don't want beef with ballers. I don't want beef with you guys who hate Israel so much. But what I don't want is flat earth to get labeled an anti-Semitic group so that a bunch of fucking Kotskas could go and use J-Trig to come and fucking dismantle us. Does that make sense? Why I'm fucking concerned? That's why I'm concerned, man, because I've been in it for a long,
Okay, you said that people hate Israel, and I hope that wasn't towards me because I don't hate Israel. What I hate is
earlier in the
Zionistic movement that has subjugated a certain people for 70 years in an open-air prison.
But they say anti-Zionism is anti-Semitism. That's what they say.
Right, and that's where you can point to Theodore. Well, hold on.
That's their problem.
Right, and that's where you point to Theodore Herzl. And you point to, do you know what Theodore Herzl is?
Yes.
All you guys rallying about fucking anti-Semitism and the laws are so vicious. Theodore Herzl and these guys, and they got a whole, they got a whole fucking cult, man. Like, it's crazy when you look into it. And the Zionistic agenda is against their, it's not, according to their scripture, it's not supposed to exist. There's great Hasidic Jews in Brooklyn that don't fucking, they march against Israel. You know what I mean? They call it the Antichrist. In fact, what's crazy is the symbol being the actual star of Moloch, which is fucking crazy. Like, I could get all into that great, fun stuff. But I don't care because what I'm happy about is there's no more fluoride maybe in the water and fucking no vaccine. I don't give a fuck about over there, man. Neither should you. You know what I mean? Unless we get to that.
Bro, then you're part of the problem. Sorry, bro.
No, man. You're part of the problem because you're fucking believing the MK Ultra program that you could affect foreign policy.
No, that's not the point, bro. The point is you don't want to. You're saying you don't care about what's going on there.
What I'm saying is that you stay so busy. If you get so busy in international politics, which you can do nothing about, you become absorbed in that and not what you could do locally. And that's
Well,
their
that's the
move.
issue. You've been convinced, bro, that there's nothing you can do.
Oh
Meanwhile, you
God.
have lobbyists running around your state's capital doing the dirty deeds, and everybody knows about it. You can do something
That's why
about
we
it.
love Trump.
It's just
Dude,
they
how do you
have
guys
you
not
convinced, bro.
understand?
Let me finish a sentence, bro. They have you convinced that you can't do nothing about it. That's part of the ultra program, bro. That's part of it to convince you you're hopeless.
Yeah, I agree. And that's why I'm saying that I got morale for everybody. I'm saying we're kicking ass right now. That's why I'm saying I like Trump, because Trump is antithetical to all those things you've been complaining about. Everything you guys complaining about is totally valid in 2012. However, today it's a fucking whole nother fucking ball game in my eyes. I really think
Yeah, I'm
there's
kind
been a
of
sea
split
change.
down the middle between Issa and the other side. So I'm like, I feel like I'm split down the middle between this.
Yeah, I mean, and respect. I get it. I get it. I'm actually, I'm a conspiratard, OG. You know what I mean? Like, I'm enjoying the whole way it's playing out with like QAnon shit. Because remember, in that game, in the QAnon game too, it's kind of interesting that they said Israel will be last.
Man,
So that's an
Trump is like
interesting
a
dynamic,
restaurant, dude.
I think. But I don't give a shit. I'm not sold on that either. What's that?
And Trump is like a restaurant, man. I mean, you go to the restaurant you like, right? You like Trump, blah blah blah. He serves steak, but he also serves fish. Just because he serves fish, I don't like the fish. I'm gonna stop going to the restaurant. I like the fucking steak.
Bro, imagine the gangsters passing a law that you can't talk against the gangsters. That's what the Jews have done to the Americans, bro. And the whole
You can
world
still
knows this.
criticize-
And the whole, you see, you're not going to let me finish a sentence. I know it's painful.
I thought you finished,
I
dude.
know it's painful,
Dude,
but
I
you
thought you
got to
finished.
hear
We
it.
can criticize whoever we want. We have to
about
protect.
us,
Hold on,
dude.
guys.
Can you-
Guys, let Issy finish, and then Elbow goes next.
I know it's painful, right? But I'm not talking about you, Elbow. I'm talking about America as a collective. The government has been usurped, and the whole world knows it, bro. That's all I'm saying.
Can you do that in Canada?
Do what in Canada?
Be anti-Semitic.
They have us usurped too, bro.
So fuck off. So I'm talking
Yeah,
about
I'm
America.
pretty sure you.
But why are you taking
can't-
it personal,
what
bro?
What are you talking about us? You haven't done shit for your country.
Dude,
could
you
do
guys act
exactly
like-
what you tell. Hold on, dude. Truth. You could do exactly what you're telling us to do. Why don't you do it over there?
Because we're insignificant when it comes to
Exactly.
the
So
ability.
why the?
Yeah, because you think you can't do anything. That's what we were just talking about. You've been programmed.
We can't, bro. If you guys,
You guys
let me
act
finish a
like
sentence, bro.
Jews
Maybe
control
I
the
can
whole
explain.
world. They're not that powerful. Like, you guys got to get over yourselves.
No, this is look, man. This is what I'm saying. Sure, Canada has been usurped too by the same entities. There's no question about it. But Canada doesn't count. We're not the ones funding them with money we don't have, by the way. The money you're funding, you're borrowing, that's another thing. You're digging yourselves deeper into the hole. That's another thing. But you guys are in power right now. You guys have a vote, and you guys are the ones that are supporting this stuff. Not us. We don't have a vote at
that's
the
fish.
G5.
Hey, that's the fish I hate
You
in
guys
that
did-
restaurant,
you guys did
dude.
Italian.
Oh, dude, that's the fish I hate in that restaurant. I don't eat the fish, but I still like the steak.
Elbow,
Are you sure
I
it's
can't
the
make
fish
sense
and
of
not-
it.
Oh.
I just don't understand where you're coming from.
The whole analogy.
Yeah, the fish and the steak. Like, I'm not following.
Right. So you go to a restaurant. Let's say you go to Chipotle. You like his burritos, but you don't like his tacos. Are you gonna stop going to Chipotle because you don't like the tacos?
Yes.
Yeah,
sir.
what he's saying is
Probably.
the things that he likes about Trump outweigh the bad. That's what I'm hearing.
Yeah, exactly.
But we got to get back to the point, and the point is Israel is labeling Flat Earth an anti-Semitic organization. Then we've got the Doomsday Clock. Whoever's running that show is labeling us a threat upon humanity. They're literally talking about the disinformation and misinformation, essentially leading as one of the cause as to moving that second hand closer to the stroke of midnight. So we've got two pretty high profile factions here that for whatever reason are perceiving us as a detrimental threat. the agenda at hand. So just wanted to point that out.
Because you are the main antagonist, bro. You are the bad guys. This is what Americans have to understand. In the global world, America are the bad guys now. You don't want to accept it. I know it hurts, but you guys are the problem.
How do you go from? I was pointing out the flat Earth community at large, and you just instantly jump to America. I love it.
Yeah, because you're trying to change the subject, bro. That's the problem. You're not picking up what I'm trying to put down.
So
you're just going in one ear.
SC, when you come over here, you can start talking. When you live in the States, you can start talking shit.
So what he's practically saying is like the people that see rich people as the problem because they own most of the shit. So they're the poor countries and we're the rich country, so therefore we're the problem. Because
no, you're not even rich anymore. You're just completely blind, bro.
What are you talking about?
We're so beautiful.
You're inside the boiling pot. You don't see what's happening.
Dude, what's
your country, bro? It's
what's the GDP on Canada?
Bro, what's the homeless number in your country? How many factories have closed down? How many people are walking around like zombies?
We probably have as many homeless people as y'all have citizens over there.
Brother, your country is falling apart.
Not a good thing.
Do you not understand that? You're on the wrong side of every issue in the world stage. Do you not understand that?
Who gives a shit about the world, dude? That's the whole point of Trump, dude. All we give a shit about is the US. Bro, we give every fucking country money, bro. What country gives us money? Tell me that.
Bro,
don't get excited, bro.
No, hold on. You're saying we're the problem of the whole country of every fucking country, but we give countries money. We tax our citizens and get our citizens money and give it to other fucking country. What country does that for United States?
I think that's a good point. I think Canada needs to start
Canada
paying
gives
us
money to other countries too.
Yeah.
You're not
you need to start paying us.
Which country gives to United States money? That's what I'm asking. Taken away from their citizens.
I don't know if anybody that gives you guys money. I'm not sure.
And we're the problem, but yet we're the one giving out the fucking money.
But you're not listening, bro. That's not the issue. I'm not saying that Americans are bad people. I'm not saying you don't have charity and you're good. I'm not saying that, bro. Listen to what I'm saying, bro. Your government are the bad guys. Try to understand that, bro.
It's not the world government.
Hey, yo,
you said you served.
The world government. Show me one good government, SC. Hold on a second. SC, show me one good government. Give me an example.
It's not the point of if there's any good government. It's the power you guys wield.
Hey, yo,
you
real
are
quick,
a mighty empire, bro.
Arguments back, bro. 2015 call. They want its arguments back.
Bro, do you understand you're picking a fight with Russia? Do you understand that you're backing people to overthrow one of the most
Hillary Clinton. Hillary Clinton.
You're just you're not gonna accept it.
You're falling for the Democrat propaganda.
A bunch of ostriches with your heads in the sand.
Well, you guys move to
have
America
to give the money out to be able to launder it.
Dude, if we wanted to fight with Russia, we would have went on a fight with Russia already.
You can't handle Russia right now, bro. Russia
has a big money laundering
soldiers, bro. You're sleeping, man. You're just sleeping, bro. You're asleep.
If we wanted to fight Russia, we would have fought Russia.
Do you know the state of your military right now, brother? Do you have any idea of what you're talking about?
Yeah,
yes.
you have no idea what you're talking about.
Yes, I do.
So you that don't live in the United States know more about the United States than we do.
Correct.
The United States.
It appears that I do, bro.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Where did you get the info from?
Capabilities than you. Yes.
Did you get this info directly from them? From the U.S.?
I'm getting this info from retired generals, retired colonels. I can name them. And I can post you, and you can learn.
Canadian generals.
Interrupt me while I'm talking every time, right? You can
he got it from Trudeau.
Or you can listen to my words and learn about your military. You have two options.
Retired generals. Okay, man.
It sounds like boomer info.
Yo, Trudeau bowed down though, which is cool.
You see, now you're gonna pick. Now you're not gonna. You see exactly. You're gonna do the ostrich,
What are
the
you upset
American
about?
ostrich. You're not gonna address what I said. You're gonna tell me about my prime minister, who's a wuss.
No,
I'll
dude, I
admit it.
told you already. I said 2015 wants its fucking arguments back because Trump is in office and it's completely fucking different. That's what we're so excited about. And I know you guys are like, oh, it's a triple Jew bluff. It's the Illuminati. Blah, blah, blah. But we'll take it, bro. We'll take this right now. This is all right.
No, we were talking about the state, me and Elbow, my friend Elbow, I hope. We're talking about the state of American military. And it appears you guys don't know the problems in your military right now.
Dude, you're regurgitating Russian propaganda. The U.S. has the strongest military ever.
You see, that's a pipe dream, bro. That's a pipe dream. Your military is giving tampons, putting tampons in military bathrooms, bro. You have no freaking idea.
Bro.
Don't knock it till you try it.
Hold on. That was the administration of Biden. Don't we're in a different administration right now, dude.
Your military is paying for sex change operations, bro. You are a shadow of what you were.
How do you think you get a super soldier, bro?
Hold on. Have you not been following the executive orders of the White House, man? Of Trump?
With a general dressed as a man.
Schlitzy's hot mic.
SC. Yo, SC, super soldiers are gender neutral.
No, I'm not.
You guys can laugh, man, but if you do some research,
have you not been following that whole ordeal now with Trump? They're not paying for any sex change anymore.
Okay, if he turns it around, he turns it around. I'm telling you what state
You guys never seen the
is in
Game
now.
of Thrones, dude? You never seen the Game of Thrones, SC? What was the strongest army in Game of Thrones? It was those guys that were freaking castrated, bro.
It was.
Come on now.
You can joke about it, bro, but you know.
They
I'm just dropping facts, bro. I'm just dropping facts.
They pretend like they're being woke, but they're actually doing it to make it so the other countries don't reproduce.
Look, man, all I'm saying is your military is in shambles, right? You don't have the capability. If you were to go to war right now with Russia, you don't have the. You remember in World War II, Rosie the Rivet, the men were out fighting and the women were producing in the factories. Well, not only don't you have the men now, you don't even have the factories to make the weapons. Like, you guys are so not connected with what's going on in your military right now. Like, I don't know what to tell you.
All we got to do is
ready.
airdrop vodka, and the war's over, bro.
You see what I mean? Jokes.
Yeah, could you check? Could you look up what is the strongest military at the moment?
I can tell you right now what the strongest land military right now on the ground is Russia. No question about it. No question. Ask any military man, he'll tell you.
Why haven't they taken Ukraine yet? It's been 2 years and they literally have like barely any progress.
See, another misinformation, right? Like American. They don't want Ukraine, bro. If you think that's what they want, they don't want to take Ukraine.
What are they doing then?
They're stopping NATO from taking Ukraine.
Exactly. At least somebody here knows what he's talking about.
So how do you
no
stop
disrespect?
another
No
country
disrespect.
from taking? How do you stop another country from taking Ukraine without taking it yourself? I don't understand that.
Well, NATO's not a country, and if Russia's in conflict with Ukraine, and NATO can't NATO can't invite Ukraine to NATO, or else they all need to go. They have to go to war with Russia. So NATO's not a country, but if Russia's invading Ukraine and NATO adopts Ukraine, then NATO is going to war with Russia, right? So it kind of
So that's the only strategy there. There's no like military strategic point to having Ukraine.
That is a military strategy.
That is Russia's entire strategic position. Is that according to the treaties that were signed with Gorbachev at the fall of the wall, and according to the treaties that were signed during the Cold War, NATO would not encroach east. Reagan even stated it publicly, but yet ever since the fall of the USSR, NATO has continued eastward into Russian old USSR territories. And there have been warnings now for over 20 years Putin has been warning America, but he hasn't done anything. And then NATO tried to invite Ukraine in against all the warnings that Putin had given. And then when he was ignored, and they pretty much acted like he wasn't going to do shit, he was like, nah, fuck this. And he embroiled Ukraine into war. And he is in
Well,
a de facto
I mean,
state of war.
it sounds like Russia's got, I mean, strong reasons for what they're doing, and sounds like the UN needs to back off. I don't know. That's what I'm hearing.
That's
NATO-
exactly
So
correct.
so
not
so
want
let's
to
see.
invade Russia?
Let's see. What you said they have the biggest what ground
Yes,
military?
the biggest. They have the strongest
On what
continental army. Strongest continental army in the
on
world
what
right now.
metrics are you raising that?
Well, here's the thing you have to
Hold
understand.
on, I
A
asked
lot
you a
of
question. Hold on,
I'll tell you.
Daslo.
I'll tell you. Right now, they have a modern, equipped army on the ground of 1.5 million soldiers, equipped with modern
Actually, they have
equipment,
3.5.
drones. They know modern combat operations, and they're experienced, and they can whip up another 2 million soldiers very quickly.
Yeah, they have
And
a total of
hold on, I'm
3.5
not done.
million soldiers.
I'm not done.
I
And
wanted to go after.
it's unbelievable, man. It's unbelievable. And they have the largest military manufacturing capability right now of, listen to this carefully, of all NATO countries combined. That's why.
So most people aren't aware, but yeah, Russia's stockpiled more ammunition than any other country in the fucking world since World War II or the Cold War. But the thing you have to understand, SE, is they're limited on modern weaponry. Most of their weaponry is old school, outdated shit from the fucking Cold War, dude.
Unbelievable
Yeah.
misconception, bro.
Actually,
That's
no. Check
another.
this out. You're wrong. I see. I mean, they do have 3.5. They beat us by 1.4 million people personnel. Their spending is $109 billion on the military spending. You know what's our military spending?
Yeah, I know. It's like 10 times the amount.
831 billion.
Yeah, I know. And still they can
times.
mop you. And still they can mop you right
So
now.
you think they have
You
better
really
technology
believe-
than we do?
Yes, I know it for sure. I can give you an example. You want to hear it? It's like you guys are unbelievable incredulous. Do you want to hear an example? Yes or no?
Go ahead.
Not really.
Not really. Okay, so just go wave an American flag, bro, and pretend you're still the best. Do that.
Dude, you're just like blatantly wrong.
You're definitely wrong.
You have no idea what you're talking about, man. And I can tell you.
Well, let's clear some things up here. Russia is a completely defensive nation, and they have been, historically speaking, for over 1,000 years, right? So they're historically defensive, and even into this day, the weaponry and everything that they create is defensive. So Russia doesn't go out into the world conquering. They don't even have the equipment to do it. So in this hypothetical, obviously America would be the invader. And the truth of it is if America decided to invade Russia, we might not ever conquer their cities just because of the resistance of their people. But as far as their mechanized army and their infrastructure, it would just get obliterated. It doesn't stand a chance.
You don't know how funny that is, man. You have no freaking
it
idea.
It doesn't stand a chance against our technological capabilities. It just doesn't.
What scenario do you envision? How do you envision attacking Russia? For example, let's say now, let me understand your military prowess, right? And I'm not no expert by no means, right? But I follow this stuff. Let's say you wanted to help Ukraine now, right? How would you think you'd go about it? What would your military do?
The first thing you would do is
high-powered military. What would you do?
the first thing you'd do is take out their communications. That's like step one in any fucking war.
How are you going to do that? With
We
what
would bomb.
forces?
We
Where are
would
the
bomb.
American forces?
We would bomb their communications just like we did in Desert Storm. Once they have no cohesion between their forces, then we just come in and rout them out. It's real simple.
Where
Yeah,
are you?
we
You
already
have no.
have the
You
plan
have
to
no
dismantle
idea what you
whatever.
just said, bro. You got to get forces first of all from the states. See, you see, this is how you don't know anything about war, right? You got to get your forces from the states to Europe, right? They have 1.5 million soldiers there. Do you think they're going to allow you to do that? You think there's not going to be warfare on the ocean? It's
Where
like
do you think
I'm
the
really
majority
talking
of
to
the
people that
U.S.
have
Army
no
is at?
clue, zero clue.
Where do you think the majority of the U.S. military is at currently right now, SE? Do you think they're sitting at home in America drinking beer and eating pizza? Where do you think they're at right now?
I'll tell you, you're
Right.
spread out
Can I get
because you
next?
have like 500 military bases around the world. You're
So,
spread out.
but when you say
on Discord.
yeah, so when you say we've got to come and come all the way from America to attack them, do you see the contradiction in your last answer versus your original statement?
No, I'll explain to you why. Because the majority of your forces are going to come from the States. The weapons, the tanks, they're going to have to be transported by ocean. Now, if you know anything about warfare, let's see if I can get a sentence out without being interrupted. If you know anything about warfare, you're going to have to transport them by ocean, right? Now think, U-boats in World War II and the problems you had. Now try to understand the technology advances now. You think you're going to be able to get your soldiers across the ocean that easily?
We're not going to cross
You got
the
to
ocean
think about
nowadays.
what you're saying, man.
We can drop cargo out of planes,
yo, hold
bro,
on.
real easy. I don't understand why you think we have to roll up and storm the beaches in order to invade.
You know what, man?
I want to hold on. I actually just, bro, I was gonna give you an applause, Elijah Eliyahu, because you have a lot of knowledge. I agree with everything that regarding Russia being and the whole thing with Ukraine and Russia and politics going back to the 70s. But bro, I want to talk to SE real quick, and say, SE, you're underestimating the U.S. our firepower, how many aircraft carriers we have right now out at sea. So no other nation in the world has the capability to transport troops as efficiently as the U.S. We have things that can carry dude in the air. We have no other country. How many aircraft carriers does Russia have?
Bro, I hear you. With all due respect, right? This is a hobby of mine. War is a hobby of mine. Okay? Now, I'm not making up this information. The majority of this information that I'm getting is from American military leaders, people that have battled in the field. Colonel McGregor. I can name you other ones. You guys
just
are
you
just
play Call of Duty doesn't
let
mean
me
this is your hobby,
finish,
bro.
for fuck's sakes, a sentence, man. You people are willfully underinformed. It's all there is to it, bro. You don't know what you're talking about.
Well, you're talking about
Dude,
military
we got
statements that have been made in public settings, for the purpose of, trying to procure larger budgets for various purposes and things of that nature. But our Bradley, created back in like the 1970s or maybe even the 80s, I can't remember. Our Bradley outperforms, Russia's best and most modern tank, and we've already seen that in Ukraine.
Bro, with all due respect, another statement that's out of touch with reality. Tanks are almost obsolete now. Warfare has changed, man. It's drones now. I'm telling you, you guys are talking like in the 90s.
You're playing way too much
Stuff
Call
you
of
have in
Duty,
your
bro.
brain are outdated, man. Get updated.
We had. Hold on. We had drones being before they were called drones.
You know, we have a nation full of teenagers that do this stuff for a living. They stream and play video games. They're quote unquote drone operators that would just love to plug in on some real life stuff and just murk your whole country. All the potato farmers out there.
Jesus.
There's
like, man,
first
you
of all,
guys are in
hold on.
let's see. You're in La La Land.
We have about 50,000 troops in Japan, right?
That does.
Bro.
Hold on, because he's saying, we have to transport all of them. We have to come in boats and planes and what? Dude, we have 50,000 troops in Japan, 35,000 in Germany, and about 25,000 in South Korea. How long do we have to get? How long do you think we get there? How fast do you think we get there?
You know what, man? This is like trying to explain chess to a checkered player. No disrespect. The only way that you guys are gonna understand. Hold on, because there's no way to continue this conversation. What I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to post you stuff of your retired generals telling you the abysmal state of your military because you think I'm insulting you. So we're gonna get nowhere. You guys have just no clue, man. I'm sorry, you have no clue.
You keep saying retired generals like they have a clue.
To answer that question, though, they say that it doesn't matter where it is in the world. Our army, and we're stationed so far apart everywhere across it, that we can be anywhere with boots on ground in 24 hours.
Like, you
or
look
less.
at anywhere, which is the top 10 freaking military powers. Number 1 is the U.S.
All right, so
Russia comes
only
in
on
second.
paper, bro.
Russia comes
the
in
only
second.
army out there that has anything against us is China's man versus man count. They've got thousands of more soldiers, but still, again, our technological
No, they have less than Russia.
Hey, let me drop a little wisdom.
India has 5 million soldiers.
Well, let me drop.
Well, real quick, Elijah, real quick. Most of China's
Shun the wisdom.
million-man army is a bunch of older people. They've got a far more older populace than a younger populace. So don't be fooled by China's numbers. Go ahead, Elijah.
Okay, here's what I know for a fact. I know for a fact that in 2012, our strike capability was 16 minutes or less. 16 minutes or less, anywhere in the world. There wasn't a single place on Earth that we could not strike within 16 minutes or less, and that was in 2012. I know that for a fact. Right? That window has just gotten smaller. It's only gotten smaller. It ain't gotten larger. I promise you that.
Yeah, striking is one thing, but we're talking like boots on ground, conflict ready.
Yeah, but we don't
Invasion.
need boots on ground in order to completely wreck the infrastructure and military capability of a country. That's my point. I said that we probably wouldn't take Russia when in the ground fight trying to like take their cities and hold them, that we probably never be able to do that. But we would absolutely obliterate their military and infrastructure within hours.
We can take out satellites.
Man, a more wrong statement could not have been made if you tried, bro. Please, I implore you. Please, forget about what I told you. Just Google the state of your military right now. Please, I implore you, bro. You have no clue what you're talking about. America is a paper tiger right now. A paper tiger.
Okay.
There's so much
That's
I know,
funny.
but I'm not. I just, I can't say a lot. But all right, man.
Look, bro, if you're talking about fancy weapons and military shit and bombs, yeah, I know that. I'm talking about a ground war against a real army, not against
That's
ragtag
checkers,
people
bro.
with M16s, bro. With
That's checkers.
But so why would the US even go for like ground war if they have the better technology to just not do that?
Because you can't take over. You see, another person that has no clue about military. You can't just do air warfare. You gotta have boots on the ground, man. It's like
And if
I'm
that
talking
boots on the
about
ground
people
squad has better
that have
technology
no
than
idea about
Russian,
war.
then that means they'll
incredible.
be more likely to win. A guy with a carabine is more likely to win against 10 guys with rocks.
Forget it,
what's
man.
funny is
You're
that-
not
what's
in my
funny?
league. I'm out.
You know
I'm
what's-
out. You guys are
you know what's-
not. You have no clue. I'm out.
You know what's
They're
funny
gonna-
is the SC always envisioned, the US have to go fight there. Why didn't they bring the fight to us?
Nobody's
I
coming
see.
here.
Exactly.
The geographical
Why
layout of the
would-
U.S. is impossible to invade.
Yeah, why won't they come to us? SC? If they're the most military power, why won't they fight us? Come fight us over here.
Bro, because you're the bullies, man. It's so
So hold on,
funny.
so-
Like, it's
Well,
so
that's
funny
the
that
shit.
that you guys are so smart when it comes to science and that, flat earth and that, but you're so willfully ignorant when it comes to war and your own country. You're just willfully ignorant. It's unbelievable, man.
Hold on now. French Canadians are the whole reason that we got involved in Vietnam. It wasn't us that was there. It was y'all and France that were there, and y'all got so absolutely destroyed that y'all came and y'all begged us to like go do it for you. You know.
See, that's an example of American bravado, right? What you just did right now. You're not seeing. Yeah, bro. No disrespect, but you're an American. I get it, bro.
That's just history.
Yo, he's right though. There was a
I
French
get it, bro.
Canadians
I
that were
get
in
it.
Vietnam.
You're American. Who, ha.
The French conquered Vietnam a long time.
Hey, yo, you know
They've
what's
been
weird?
messing
It
around
was all about rubber. They took over. America took over the interests of the French rubber industry, and that's why we took it over. That's why they needed the Gulf of Tonkin.
And you showed them, right? You showed them Vietnamese, right?
But
You
don't
whooped their
get it
asses,
confused
right?
as if we're like.
What a
Don't
fucking
get it
joke.
confused as if we're devout supporters of the government, Essie. It's not that. Like, you're dealing with most people that don't support the exerted force that our government has, but we understand it well because we've seen all the chaos that it caused. So it's not like we're sitting here, yay, Uncle Sam, but we know don't piss him off.
Don't believe that we're gonna go to another Vietnam, bro. Like we're gonna go stupid and be like, yeah, we're gonna go try to fight them in the train. That, bro. The fuck? We're gonna bomb their shit and then go in.
Bro, like I told you, man. You got to get off this American bravado and realize that your government right now is the problem worldwide. It's the problem in Israel, and it's the problem in Ukraine.
Well, if they want
those are
problems,
just the
pull
facts,
up.
bro. You
We've
either
been here
accept
the
them
whole
or you
time.
don't.
Don't worry, we're gonna tear the hell out of everybody.
I mean, it's kind of it's really kind of a worldwide effort. I don't know why you don't see that. You know, there's a collaborative theater that is definitely occurring.
Yeah, it's so funny you say that because you're right, and it's so funny. It's the frog in the pot not realizing it. There is a collaborative effort. It's the whole world turning against America. It's so freaking funny you don't see that, bro. It pains me. Like, it pains me that you don't see that.
Well,
yeah, exactly. Huh? Exactly. That's like a Scooby-Doo. You didn't understand what I just
We
said.
know that everyone's against us, Essie. It's not like we're blind to what's going on out there, but we're also not punks either. Like, if you guys want to, we publicly denounce what our government does all the time via social media to the world. But if people want to still have that issue with us and say it, then come on over here. Come on down.
But you're still not getting it. It's not an issue with you, bro. You are the issue.
Yeah,
you are. It's like look, if you're an alcoholic, right? You got to start with the 12-step program, right? You have to understand, and I'm not saying you. America has to understand that America is the problem. Step one. Then you can proceed. But no, you have a president right now saying that America is great and you're the solution. No,
the American
you're
government
the problem.
But what you guys don't understand through communication is that we're in agreement with you and we don't support them, but you guys keep wanting to start shit as if we are the ones doing this. So you guys want to come on a personal level and everybody's tired of it. Like, hey, man, we don't support this shit. But if you guys want to keep coming over here and hurting innocent people, or if that's your wish is that innocent people over here get hurt, then by all means, we're going to stand up and defend our soil and our families, right?
All the way, bro. I say it all the time. Close the borders, get rid of the woke movement. We are in agreement with that. Who cannot agree with that? But that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about your government is the cause of the problems in the world right now that could lead us to world war. That's all I'm saying, man.
No, dude, we said we agree. And I think the problem with the world is you guys expect us to stand up and do some crazy ass revolution against them.
Also, yo,
no, just stop funding them, bro.
Hold on, but Essie, do you see my point when I say, and I mean it, because like this is why so many of us are amped up for Trump, is the idea that, like, do you see how your arguments are very sound, in the last administration, and you know what I mean? I'm just saying, like, this is like we're, I think, turning a corner. I mean, we've obviously, from already like 1 week, 2 weeks in, this dude's kicking ass. Like, I don't know, man. Like, this is exactly what any one of us as a conspiracy theorist would have asked for. End the Federal Reserve, audit all this fucking money that's going out. You know what I mean? Like, end the IRS. Like, I mean, and it's happening. This is crazy.
Yeah,
And we're
internally,
pulled out.
I
Check
said
this out.
internally,
We're pulled
I'm
out of
with you, bro.
we're pulled out of the WHO. We're pulled out of whatever. If we're gonna fucking use tariffs, then yeah, there's gonna be a moment of adjustment. But I think I've been right on calling a lot of the shit and for the reasons why. But I think it's going to be a good thing for America. The rest of the world, like, we have everything we need in America, right? Canada should think to itself, we have everything Canada needs, and not worry about what the fuck we're doing. We shouldn't be so reliant on each other that we're going to destroy each other if whatever. So this is good for Canada, and it's good for the United States and all the countries involved, because nationalism, it's like, do you want a strong house? Do you want a strong, like, look at it like locally, like, and that's what America's doing right now. So your arguments against all those issues are valid, but that's why Trump is so ill, because it's like, he didn't start wars. He's handling business. I know he does some wild shit, but I don't know. I'm not the president either, so I don't know what the fuck happens when you're in that position. But we like
Bro,
him. He's doing a lot of
domestically,
great
I'm with
shit.
you. Bro, domestically, I'm with you. I'm with most of his policies. I'll even go with the tariffs. I don't care, even if I'm Canadian, right? You feel you got injustice, trade balance, do what you need is right. I'll even support that. I'm talking about the external policies, the policies in Ukraine, the policies in Israel. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, but those were of the last administration. That's how they were laundering all the money. That's why it's so interesting that all of these people had to get pardoned, because they were just laundering the fucking money to themselves and using all these different things. We know that. That's why we voted for Trump. And these bastards have been running it like Trump is some evil whatever, while they're the actual evil bastards creating up all the shit. And so it's like, that's what's so dope about it. Of course the media is going to hate the guy. Of course fucking everyone's going to hate him, because like Malcolm X said, you know what I mean? You got to watch the media because it'll have you hating loving the oppressors and hating the oppressed. And like, and when people come here saying that Trump's all this, that, the other thing, nah, man, he's representing all the policies that working class people are fucking been asking for since fucking like 1980, when they infiltrated the GM freaking thing. And you ever seen about that with the GM strike? Guys were making like $1,800 with benefits. They get convinced because these new assholes took over the union. They all protested, whatever like that. Long story short, 5 years later, they were hiring scabs at $8.50 an hour with no health coverage. So they got fucking, and then the guys who run that union are still in power of unions today, because that's how they do this. Is they've outsourced everything. And when they destroyed unions and businesses when they did it, and they got these guys who were making great money to fucking protest when they didn't need to, and they fucking lost great jobs, and industry flew overseas, and that was the plan. And we all see it, and Trump is like, hey, you guys can't do that to us anymore. And we're like, yay. And everyone's like, you guys are racists. It's like, fuck off. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I don't get why anyone who's a fucking American doesn't dig it. I get
Bro,
why
you're
the rest of
mixing
the world
things up, right? Like I said, I'm all for the domestic, especially the woke. If he does those two things, I've been saying this even before he got elected. If he closes the border, gets rid of the woke thing, that's a big help for your country, right? It's a big help. But I'm talking about the external. Like, for example, he said the Ukrainian war was going to end in 24 hours. We knew that was hyperbole, right? But is he doing anything to try to end that? He also said Israel is going to end the war there, right? Is he been doing anything for that? No, bro. He's not going to do anything.
Hey, bro.
Do you think he's going to do anything? Tell me.
Hey, dude, it's been like probably 14 days, maybe? I don't know how many days. Like, relax, dude. Like, I don't know what those situations are or why they have them that way. And they probably got investigations figuring all kinds of shit out. I don't know. But I'm not too fucking worried about it. I'm worried about the domestic shit. And granted, it's 2 weeks in. Like, what do you guys want them to do? How come they can't make it sunny every day? I want it to be sunny every day.
Yeah, but he decided to pick a fight with Mexico and Canada, right? He had
Well,
time
they
for that,
fucking
right?
like Elbow said, we give money to everybody, including those countries. They don't do dick for us. So what? So what? You know what I mean? Like, and it's just like, go sew buttons. You know what I mean? Like, I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? So what? We don't need nothing from Mexico. They don't need nothing. We don't need nothing from Canada. We got everything potentially here and all the best minds in the world to do it. So everyone else can eat a dick. And that's how every other country should feel about themselves. But we went to the moon, so eat a dick, right?
Now, look, we're self-sufficient over here too. Don't think that we're gonna die without you. Like, we can use your fruit for sure, like in the winter, right? But we can do just fine without you. But why? We're friends. We're partners. Why are we gonna let Carrot Top make us fight each other? We have a free trade agreement with Mexico. A lot of our parts are interchange the border freely. Like, Carrot Top is just making trouble for nothing, bro. And by the way, do you know that he rescinded the tariffs for 30 days? Did you guys know that?
Yeah, because Canada put the border on because he did what he asked him to do.
That's
He took
another
$10,000
misinformation.
from the- yeah.
No, yeah. So the tariffs were temporary anyway. It was a measure to force Canada and Mexico to oblige to act right, because it's been unfair. There's been unfair practice for a very long. You got to admit that.
No, the unfair is the fentanyl
tariffs went forever, bro. It's temporary.
Bro, we made a deal. Do you understand what a free trade deal is? We made a deal. It's not like we came over there and hijacked you and robbed you overnight.
You don't. No. Hold on. When you say free trade, right? Yes, there's free trade. We sell across the border, back and forth. But the taxes, dude, that they were extorting Americans for like 2 decades.
How were they extorting them? Name me one instance where we were extorting you. How? That's just because Trump says it, bro. You don't have to say his talking points, bro. How did we extort you?
Hold on, dude. I'm gonna pull it up. Give me a second, all right?
You see, you don't know, bro. You're just going by Carrot Top.
I do know.
What are you
It's
saying?
tax, dude. It's not, dude. It's not. Don't. So what Elba was saying about America giving away money, we were giving it. Not only were we giving away money, we were getting taxed. Like, you know the. Oh, hold on. Give me a second, because I only got one bar and I'm probably. No, you guys keep talking, bro. I'm gonna.
Speaking of Donald Trump, has anyone ever actually seen video footage of Donald Trump eating?
He eats McDonald's. I've seen him eat. Well,
I love that the conspiracy.
No. Have you seen video footage of him eating? You've seen a photograph.
I don't think I have. Why? Why are you saying that?
I don't know, it's just curious, isn't it?
Are you saying there's an eating conspiracy? He doesn't eat?
I mean, I'd love to see some video footage of Donald Trump eating food.
Hey, yo, I never seen him take a piss either, you know?
Yeah, but eating food is something everyone does, even in public. I mean, people pee in public too, so you know.
Lizard conspiracy confirmed.
Or how about Obama or either the Bushes, the Clintons? They go to dinner parties all the time, right? Is there ever food? Unless they can't show that part.
You're getting too real for him, dog.
I mean, how about anyone famous, right? Pick your favorite person. Favorite famous person. What, Keanu Reeves? Has he ever eaten food?
Have you guys ever heard of Colonel McGregor? Have you guys ever heard of one country, one choice?
Hey, yo, have you ever heard about the history of a tinfoil hat? I mean this in utmost seriousness. You guys know where it comes from? Allegedly, at least what I heard. It's fucking nuts.
The first time I saw it was in the movie Signs.
What, tinfoil?
The tinfoil hat was in the movie Signs.
Oh, I don't know. Did they tell the story of the guy? Because, dude, like, it's crazy. I guess, like, the guy was like I just saw one of these guys talk about it, a clip. I wonder if I didn't look too heavy into it, but I think it's like this guy was like a kind of a wealthy dude. He made something for one of these cameras, so he was living off that. He had his old lady. Had a problem with that. Was going to see a therapist, and the therapist was an MK Ultra dude. Because they ended up implanting a chip into his brain without his knowledge. And so he fucking had to put this fucking, like, he was kind of smart, so he knew to stop this fucking shit from hurting him. He was putting, like, metal on his head. And by the end of it, he'd whittled it down when he was in, like, the hospital. He'd had, like, a tinfoil thing wrapped around his head so the frequencies wouldn't come into the microchip that an MK Ultra program doctor put in his head. That's fucking crazy, right? And then they call people tinfoil hat wearing conspiracy theorists. Like, what a fucked up thing, right?
Yeah, reality now. Have you guys heard of Colonel Lawrence Wilkerson? Another distinguished colonel in the U.S. Army. I just posted some things. You guys want to learn about your military? Please, man.
We just know we're
Follow
better than
that.
everyone else. We just know we're better than everyone else, I think. That's pretty much
No,
all
you're
we
not.
need to
You
know.
get your ass kicked right now. If you fight Russia on a ground war, you get your asses kicked. I'm not saying it. Your own colonel
What about
says it.
General Levine?
Oh,
General
Canadians.
Levine?
Canada doesn't even have an army. Forget about us.
Yeah, you're like a girlfriend that's like trying to get her boyfriend and like somebody else to fight. He looked at me funny.
No.
He looked. Yeah,
No,
he
you know
looked
what?
at me
I'm like a friend, and on seeing my
Not
friend
fair,
going
man.
into, I'm like a friend of yours seeing you going into Crip territory with a blue shirt or whatever it is, and telling you, bro, you're gonna get your ass kicked, and you're saying, come on, SC, relax, bro. That's what's happening. It's called American exceptionalism, right? The trick has been played on you so much that you really think you're the greatest people in the world. Like,
Yeah, you really are
it's
the angry
amazing.
girlfriend right now.
It's
You're
truly
like the
freaking
angry
amazing.
girlfriend. Like
Yeah.
you're like kind of like trying to beat down your boyfriend's like self-esteem so that he'll fight this fucking dude over here because you're just enamored and making people fucking ruin their lives. You know.
Yeah, and then you don't listen, and you get two gangbangers beat the crap out of you and steal
Listen,
everything.
keep going.
And
Yeah,
barely you
okay.
come out with your life. Yeah, that's
Okay,
what's happening.
sweetheart.
You just don't see
Okay.
it.
Right, I know, I get it. And you're just like, yeah, he could probably beat you up if you did try to fight him. Yeah. It's like, relax, sweetheart.
Yeah, and then you have the brother coming and telling you, yeah, don't go in there, bro. He's telling you it's true. You have a cousin telling you, but you just go head into Crip territory, and you get your ass whooped.
USC. So I just posted a source regarding the whole NAFTA agreement, what it was like before and after. So I understand that it was supposed to be like, free trade between Mexico and Canada, tariffs, nothing. And on paper, it sounds good, like, right? But it created an imbalance because what that did is it forced all the companies in the U.S., all the manufacturers, move to Mexico, move to Canada, move to China, move everywhere, right? Because it's cheaper labor and there was no taxes, there was no tariff. So it gave incentive for companies to leave the U.S., bro. So it backfired. And then for decades, that's what's been going on. Companies have been leaving. So now the fact that Trump's putting like certain taxes back in place and tariffs back in place, some permanent, some not so permanent, is going to force companies back to how it was in the early, before all of this mess.
You don't know how funny that sounds, bro. With all due respect, right? You've been Stockholm because I'll tell you why, right? I know it sounds harsh. Because the same people that this guy represents, right? The billionaires, right? These are the same people that gave your factories away. It's like you've been so usurped. The trick has been played on you so good that you think he's fighting for you. No, his class gave away your wealth to China, bro. But you just can't see it.
I know that, bro. Listen, I'm not a Trump fanboy, dude. But when I see like economic policies that I'm gonna speak up, bro. And this makes sense. He's bringing, this is forcing companies back to the U.S. Yes, Canada's pissed. Yes, Mexico's pissed. So what? You know what I'm saying? What's the big deal,
The
dude?
companies are not going to come back, bro. It's a delusion. Every
Yeah, dude.
president has
Bro,
been trying.
Detroit.
Oh my
All right,
God,
sorry.
man.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, bro. I'm just surprised of how this con has been played on you. Every president has been saying we're going to bring the factories back. We're going to bring the factories back since the 90s, bro. It's never going to happen, bro. You gave it away. Don't you freaking understand that? You gave it freaking away.
Yeah, I know.
Willfully, willingly to China.
I know, because labor, right? No tariffs on goods. So now that there's tariffs on goods, it's going to force companies back because they don't want. The whole reason they left is because it was affordable.
That's all a slogan, a talking point, bro. I mean, man,
Dude, how
I guess
about,
you're gonna have to wait and see, man.
Hold on, dude. Isn't everything you're saying just slogans and talking points, though? Seriously.
No, because I can prove to you, every president has tried to do that. Look at Detroit, the Rust Belt. Why do you think they call it the Rust Belt? Because they know it's never gonna come back.
No, they call it the Rust Belt because people use salt on the roads and it gets cold, and that's why it turns your car into rust. That's why they call it the Rust Belt. Seriously.
Okay, then I'm misinformed.
Yeah, no.
all
Literally, it's because I swear to God, it's because they use salt on the road, and because our vehicles in those areas are fucking notoriously fucking eaten apart by the salt. That's literally what that's about. We are
okay,
fucking
bro. Is
primed
Detroit
to make America
a
great
ghost
again.
town?
That's
Is
all.
Detroit a ghost town or not? Is Detroit finished?
Yeah, when they handed like you said, dude, when they handed everything and all the, like, why we have child labor making iPhones and shit, why that shit happens is because industry was allowed to go there and make the least amount of money, or, make the most amount of money with the least amount of money on production. So that'll end that. Because what it'll do is it'll force some kind of like, it's like unfortunately, it's like when a union takes over a job, they come in and it's like everyone's getting paid more, and it's just like, whoa, what the fuck? Like, it's just wild. Like, there's all these protections and coverages, and then there's these guys who want to make money on the side for fucking $5 an hour, and people are willing to go do it, pay for shittier work and get shittier stuff that can't be licensed, right? And then you wind up paying more money for it. So like, this is just sending in like some bureaucratic builders and like being like, hey, this is where we're fucking losing money. We got people sleeping on the job and all this, that, and the other thing. And we're like, yay, because it's all government money that's been wasted. So, and then everyone's mad at us because we're actually looking out for ourselves and people aren't. It's like a crackhead coming up and being like, finally, like, the boyfriend is like, I'm not going to give you any more money. And she's just like, but you're a fucking Jimmy's going to get you and he's strong and tough. And you give me my, and like just complaining that we're not going to give people any money and making up all kinds of shit in their head because we're not going to give them the fucking money they need to go buy crack. That's what it's like. So everybody's bitching and
Bro, the
moaning about
crack
what
dealers have sold your
America's doing.
country out. You're
Asshole.
so
That's
not
why
in
Trump's
the
so
know,
awesome.
bro.
That's why Cash Patel's so awesome. That's why RFK is so awesome. This is the first time you've got outsiders coming into the fucking thing, and they're going to have purview on all the data. We don't know how it's going to play out, but it's not looking pretty good for the people who tried to fucking commit treason. So I don't know. I'm enjoying the fucking show, man. I don't know how you're missing this.
That's $50 million that we don't have to go send to Hamas for condoms.
Right? And 20,000, like, however little bit amount of money it is, they're not sending it to Peru to promote fucking, like, gender equality and drag queens and shit, which they have been doing. So this
Dude,
is
you
gross,
are
dude.
stuck on those drag queens, brother.
I'm
You
just saying
gotta
it's a case
break
in
away
point
from that.
example. Hold on. It's a case in point example of actual government funding that doesn't do anybody any good except, exploit some fucking proclivity of some weirdos, dude. Like, it just has no business in the federal or state or anything to do with government. The whole point is to trim government so it can't be some bureaucratic institution that needs to choke out the little man. It makes a lot of sense. It's like, but everyone's Stockholm syndromed into thinking that they're going to fucking be violated by the tariffs and lack of income tax. I don't know. It's fucking wrong.
Yeah, I honestly don't keep track of it, but I heard that Dodge. Is that true?
I think your internet's dodging.
You know what it is? Your American patriotism, and I commend you for it, is preventing you to see what the rest of the world is seeing. And it's
No, man, we've
understandable,
been
right? But
seeing it.
you're gonna be in a shock of your life, guys.
No.
That's all I can tell you. If you continue like
No.
this, the empire is falling, it's crumbling. The whole world is turned against you. Now, if you guys either see it and change it, or you're done. You're gonna be like
The
England.
world's not turned against us. You're believing just some propaganda. This is what I'm saying about the slogans.
In 20 years, if you continue like this, you're gonna be just another country. You already gave your lunch to China. China didn't eat your lunch. You already gave your lunch to China.
Just another
Now
country.
you're picking fights with every other country on the world. Like, if
Well,
you think that's a good way
so
to go,
what?
go
I
for
don't know
it,
what.
bro.
I don't know
Go
what.
for it.
What are you worried about America so much for? It's all good, bro.
Because
We're
you're
cool
gonna
with
take
it.
us down too. That's why.
Oh God. Yeah, you guys. Well,
Is that a concession to being the 51st state? Welcome on board, brother.
right? I was gonna say, dude, you could be gay North Dakota, dude. Come on.
As he said, you guys got the block hot and you need to quit fucking around.
Yo, quit, chill out, homie. You know, we're gonna fuck. Yeah, like, calm down, fighting for yours. We just gotta bow down. Like, that's what it sounds like, dude. Like, we're sick of bowing down
No,
to
bro, no. What you
globalists.
gotta do is wake up, get rid of the virus. I don't know how many times I have to say this, and pull
It's
your
like
big boy
Trailer
pants.
Park Boys.
Look, boy, you're talking
You're worried
like
about
a
Cyrus,
gangster,
bro.
right? You're not
You're
gonna
worried
let me
about
finish the
Cyrus,
sentence. I know it's gonna hurt, right? You're gonna interrupt me, right? You're talking like a gangster, right? But meanwhile,
I'm not.
being usurped. You're being usurped by a little shit. And it's so funny to the rest of the world, bro. You're talking like a gangster, but you're being run by somebody else. You're a laughing stock. Your country is a laughing stock of the world. It pains me to say that because I
Bro,
love
what the
you
fuck
guys.
is Canada then?
But you gotta hear it, bro. You talk like a gangster, but you're being run
Dude.
by another country.
All right, well, cry about it in Canada.
I'm not crying. You're crying. You're not.
Sounds
You're
like you're
not
crying about
seeing
it.
it.
I'm not crying. I'm happy as hell, dude. I'm fucking like, hell yeah. Thank God. You're the
You're
one over there
you're
like,
happy
you're
being
going to get
somebody
beat
else's
up.
bitch.
You guys, you're going
You're
to get
happy.
beat up. You're somebody else's bitch. Well, fucking put the troops on the border and shut up, Trudeau.
Yeah, but bro, at least we're being usurped by a big power, right? The States. But you're being
Oh my God. What are
usurped
you
by
proud of that?
nothing.
You proud of
You're
that?
being usurped by a Chihuahua. It's so funny, man. So funny.
Okay, Zbigniew Brzezinski. Okay.
You talk like gangster, right? But the whole world's laughing at you because you're being run by
What
a
are you fucking
Chihuahua.
on? SC, relax, dude. It's not that big of a deal, dude. You know.
So
We'll look
who's the
out for
crack
you.
dealer? America's the crack dealer, dude. Hilarious.
No, you're the guys at the
No,
corner doing the
we're the
bid.
suck-
You're
we're
doing
the
the bid
suckers
of the
that
big
do
Got
boss.
that shit for hella cheap and it's hella fire.
Yeah. Right. We've been giving this hoe money, and we're not giving the hoes money anymore. And they're all like, "Daddy, where's my money? What's going on? You gonna this? Somebody else gonna beat you up." You know, it's like, "Give me my money, Daddy." That's what these fucking other countries are like, you know. And Trump's like, "Nah."
No. You're not getting it, bro. No.
Oh yeah.
They're the master.
Just like a dumb
They're the
bitch that
master.
doesn't
You're the
understand
hoe.
fucking what's
That's
going
what
on in
you're
the
not
argument.
seeing, bro. You're the hoe. They're the master.
Okay.
You guys are hilarious.
I know that hurts, man. That's
No,
you.
I know, right? Like, I
it's
don't
just
even give a fuck.
hilarious.
You see, you want to
so
get on
glad
top
Trump
of the
won that.
convo, right? You don't want to admit it. That's American exceptionalism. Even though you know I'm right, you're still gonna try to get one up on me, like a baller.
I'm like,
Idaho's still better than Canada.
I know, straight up. Yeah, you guys can be gay North Dakota.
No worries, man. I love you guys, even though it's not your fault. It's your government.
And your government and every government around the world, which is why I tell you, it's the people versus the governments, not government versus government. You need to wake up to this, SE.
I agree to that. I agree to that.
All the governments are together. They're against the people. It's not government versus government. It's not red versus blue. It's not Russia versus America. It's the world governments together against the people. This is the fact.
That part we disagree. I agree that every
Playing
government
you.
is against their people, but I don't agree that every government is together.
Yeah, they're playing you, and you just don't see it. You see how you say the same things that I'm telling you, just in a different way. It's literally the same fucking context of what you're projecting onto us is what I'm trying to tell you that you're not aware of.
Maybe you're right. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe the whole world is run by one entity. Maybe that's so. There's no way for me to prove it, but there's no way for you to prove it either.
No, there is. I've already shown you all the evidence. I showed you all the
I know what you're going to say. You're going to say ISS and Antarctica.
What's the benefit?
Right?
What's the benefit?
ISS and Antarctica.
Yeah, you don't want to hear it. I know it hurts. I know it hurts. You don't want to hear it. You don't want to let me get my sentence out because you're asleep. Yeah. All your talking points I'm flipping around right back onto you. The proof is in the pudding. There's no two opposing anything that's going to share anything together. If you're vehemently opposed to a gang or whatever you want to create the scenario, you're never gonna do it. And if you are sharing information, well, I think you need to question who's saying what. They're sharing information. I see. Why would they share information and be enemies simultaneously? Why would they have assured what is it? Nuclear destruction. It's mutual assured destruction. Why would they have that be a thing while simultaneously sharing technology and the truths of our reality with one another?
Diflo, can you elaborate on the MAD? I've never heard that before.
Mutual assured destruction is essentially Russia having nuclear capabilities and America having nuclear capabilities. The fact that neither country want to get blown up by nuclear bombs assures that there's a standstill, right? There's you don't blow me up, I won't blow you up. You blow me up, I blow you up. So the fact that that exists kind of keeps things in check to a degree, right? So if you've got that threat, right, that this other country can literally push a fucking button and like Elijah said, in a matter of minutes, we're fucking wiped out clean. And the same for the other country. So if you've got this mutual assured destruction, you guys are opposed to one another, where's the benefit to now go and share pertinent information, technology with one another? Where's the point in that? Think of your
you
worst
said a lot
enemy.
there, bro. You said a lot there. Like what's your point?
Think of your
main
worst
point?
enemy in school. It's like sharing your lunch with the worst enemy that you could think of in school. Everybody's, I'm sure, had somebody that they just couldn't stand or actually hated. And think about it. It's like trying to do his homework for him, giving him the answers to the test, making sure he passes to the next grade to be right there next to you next year, even though you fucking hate this kid. What's the point? Why would you do that?
I'll give you a perfect example. It happened last month. Ready? You have Turkey and you have Israel, sworn enemies, right? They hate each other. But for a common interest to take over Syria for a common enemy, what did they do? They teamed up. And right now, they took over Syria, of course, with the United States' help. So there's an example of two enemies collaborating for a common cause.
Sure. So now they've got a piece of Syria that they didn't once have. Sure. So where's the common factor in us colluding with China and Russia with technology and secrets? Where does that pan out? How does that play out?
In your case, it's easy. Your corporate greedy businessmen sold out your country. There was no competition there. They just sold it out for profits. It's greed-based system. That's why it's going to fail.
So if let's just hypothetically assume this is accurate, these greedy politicians wanted to make more money, so they sold out the American people, and now they've got buku bucks. What good is
Not the
your buku bucks?
politicians. Not the
Yeah, what good
politicians.
is I'm not done. What good is your buku bucks when you no longer have America and you've got fucking war at your doorstep? What good is having all of that money when there's nothing to spend it on anymore?
They don't care. What do you mean? What good is the money? They're good. They're in their mansions right now. Right now they're probably getting served tea by their maid or something. So they don't care. They don't feel any pain. I don't get your point.
You think that's you think that's gonna last? You literally take the keys to a nation and give it to the enemies, and you think they're just gonna sit there drinking tea and relaxing, and that's just gonna play out?
No, what's going to happen is what's happening to your country right now. It's going to fall apart. It's falling apart.
Right.
Your roads are falling apart. Your metros are falling. Your streets are falling apart. You got
Correct.
homeless all over the place. Your industry is failing.
Correct. So what good is it for somebody to sell out their own country for profit, for gains, when you have nothing to spend the money on? Your country's just went to shit because you just decided that you wanted more money.
They don't care
What
about
good
your
is that?
country. If you think they care about, they don't care. They'll move to China. They'll move to whatever the good country is at the moment. They'll go to Dubai. They don't care about your country.
You think if America falls, the rest of the world's just going to be peachy?
No, but it's still going to keep going. There's going to be other power structures taking over.
What do you think's going to happen? If America falls, what do you think is the next superpower to take over?
If America falls, the ones that are there now, China, Russia, India. Yeah.
Right. And if I gave you all of the money you desired and told you just got to go live in China and Russia, where that government is going to bend you over, you mean to tell me that's an alternative for you? That's what you're going to go do?
I never said that. What do you
Well,
think?
that's your
I
only
want
choice.
America to fall? Is that what you're saying?
No,
you
no,
think I
no.
want?
We're playing out the scenario. The politicians sold the country out. They gave the keys to China. You now have all of this money, right? Where's the benefit in that when your country's gone to shit and now you've got China and Russia fighting for control of the entire fucking world? You think that is beneficial to somebody who's got buku bucks?
Absolutely, yeah. They don't care. I repeat, they don't care about the country. They care about their corporation and their profits to their shareholders.
You're not
all
seeing
they
the
care
picture,
about.
bro.
And the politician,
You're not seeing
all
the
he
picture,
cares.
dude.
Yeah, I'm not finished, bro. And the politician, all he cares about is his next 4-year term. Who's gonna fund it? That's all they care about. They don't care about the country. That's why China owns all of the stuff that you used to make. They make them now. Your industry was sold and given to them by these greedy people.
And you don't think that they foreseen the future and the choices they made with their greedy decisions? You don't think that they thought this out and went, wait a minute, I'm going to get millions upon millions of dollars, but I'm going to have nothing to fucking spend my money on because the world's going to be in utter chaos. You don't think they perceive that as a possibility?
Why is the world out of chaos? No. Maybe
What do you mean?
they sold out America. What, you think there's not places where they... Bro, they're dining in white glove restaurants right now, these people you're talking about. They're smoking cahibas. They're driving in billion-dollar planes, bro. What are you talking about? You think they're hurting?
Yeah, and how do you think they're getting served in these white glove restaurants? Who do you think's building these fucking planes? When the world goes to shit, all of the money in the world isn't gonna fix that. There's
now the scenario is the world going to shit.
I wasn't finished.
What?
Yeah, I wasn't finished. There's no incentive, right? There's not enough money to incentivize having the world go to shit. People that have money want to enjoy their fucking money. They don't want to fucking deal with poverty, with crime, with fucking war, with chaos. They want to enjoy it. Like you said, they want to fly around in their fucking jets and fine dining and all that fun stuff. You don't get that. If America fucking falls, dude, the world ain't gonna be that. You're not gonna have that.
So you think America is like a pillar of the world's nations? If that falls, it becomes a domino effect.
That's what he thinks.
Show me another country. Show me another country that doesn't have a tyrannical dictatorship where you can go and live like a king, right? And without threat of that government just fucking taking everything you've got. There is no
Abu
other country
Dhabi.
like
If
that,
you're,
bro.
I'll name
America.
you countries, bro. You're not in the know, bro. There's a country. I think it's Abu Dhabi. If you're born, if you're there, you're a citizen, and you have a kid, they give you $50,000. Everything is provided for you. Your schooling, your home, bro.
Why aren't you there?
Don't. This is not a disrespect. You're just delusional, bro. You think
Why aren't
there's
you
only
there?
one country in the world.
Yo, some people in the Middle East don't like the Flintstones, but the people in Abu Dhabi do.
Yo, if Abu Dhabi's so good and you get all this money, why aren't you there right now?
They won't accept me. I'll move tomorrow there, bro. You have no idea bro, just Google it. I swear to you, just YouTube
Why won't
it.
they accept you?
You won't believe your eyes, bro.
Why won't they accept you?
Because you're not a citizen. You have to be born into it. The only way you can get into this particular country, I seen it just the other day, is if you're a woman and you marry in. Like, everything is provided for you, bro. Just for you to have a child, they give you $50,000. See, this is your American exceptionalism coming in and thinking you're the greatest thing since apple pie, bro. Nobody in the world can do anything better than an American, right? Yeah, just Google those countries in the Middle East, bro, that you think are beneath you, bro. You would.
It wouldn't work that way. It wouldn't work that way. You're talking about. Hang on a second. You're talking about Emirates, okay? Emirates, yes. What's the number one, biggest one? What's the population of Emirates? In particular, when you took Abu Dhabi, what's the population of Abu Dhabi? How much money? What's the GDP? If you add these numbers, they have way too much money. They cannot spend it. That's why it's not only Abu Dhabi, it's also Dubai. It's all
Yes,
those
there's a
five
lot.
regions.
That's what I'm saying.
I know, but you cannot compare. It's the wrong comparison. What's the population?
That's right.
there?
You can compare. They're number one.
cannot.
You can
No,
compare. Exactly my
you
point. Yes.
cannot. You cannot compare them.
I want to hear.
You cannot compare them. The
Why not? Go
population
ahead.
of Emirates, the population of Emirates is roughly around 9 million. But again, out of those 9 million, not everyone is native, or they're basically Emirati. If you're not Emirati, that money doesn't apply to you. It only applies to you if you're Emirati, or if you're it's basically based on blood. Okay. Now put it this way: what is their GDP? Have a look. It's the insane amounts of money, and what's the population? And yes, they
Does
can
that matter?
afford to.
Does that matter?
It does.
Anything I
It
said? Oh, you're
does.
still
It
going.
does.
Okay.
No, but it does matter because look at the population of US. You could look at the population of China. Look at the population of all these countries. What's the population versus how much money they come in and goes out? Emirat can afford it because why? Because, like I said to you, they've made trillions, and they only have millions of people there. They're automatically rich. Also, Abu Dhabi, you mentioned, every person there is billionaire almost now by now. But again, because like I said, especially Abu Dhabi, that's where the oil comes from. It's not Dubai. Dubai is just a window. It's just a pretty place. All the money sits in Abu Dhabi. Population is
We're
roughly
going?
1 million, maybe less.